last ahoy and g'day, mateys. On the final day of Candlekeep, Corsair's Cove sent to me 5 lovely players, 4d6 of falling damage, 3 boss fights, 2 NPCs, and Josh the Pirate for a DM. And it brings me more joy than dressing up as Santa and then getting confused about the difference between iPads and eye patches to the point where the child who requested it is screaming in frustration while his parents cry with laughter. To welcome you back to the final episode of our Candlekeep Christmas for the year. With me, I have my hearty crew, the jolly Daria Zhdanova, the merry John Best, the cheery Roe Rowe, the festive Ardanna, and a bit of a star to light our way, it's Jack Squarepeg. So let's talk about these lovely folks, shall we? Guys, who the absolute heck are you? Daria, who the heck are you?
I'm Daria. I'm an artist. I do art and stuff. And also, I usually play Julio on Thursdays, which I'll be back in January to do. Today, I played Damian Cramp Esquire and his little goblin toddler Equity.
That is true. John, who the heck are you?
Hi, I'm John. Been a performer for a long time. Also on Thursday nights for a while, but this is my first Candlekeep. So this is fun. I normally play Bron, but tonight I'll be playing Caroling. And I've made a very silly character, and I'm very happy about it.
Oh gosh, I really miscommunicated with you. No, it was sensible characters only, I'm afraid.
Sorry, I think this is the wrong channel.
Oh, yeah, no. This is awkward. Ro, who the heck are you?
Hi, I'm Roe Rowe. I'm a Perth or Bulu-based educator and theatre maker. You can catch me here on Mondays when we're in season. We are on season hiatus at the moment, and we'll be back next year sometime. You can also catch me over on Jack Squarepeg's YouTube channel, where we have Trouble Over Yonder, where I get to play a gun-slinging cowgirl. And if you check out my link tree, which is over in the chat right now, am I pointing in the right direction? I never point in the right direction. I don't know. Might be that way. Might be that way. Yeah. You can see upcoming projects. I've started a production company. The link for my production company is in there, and also my next show at Fringe World, which will be on in February in Perth, if you happen to be there. So lots of things happening worth checking out. Do that.
Yeah. Ardanna, who the heck are you? Oi, you there.
Hello.
Sorry, I said your name.
Hello, I'm Ardanna, or Joe, or like Josh just demonstrated, or you there for most of my players. Don't know how it started, don't really care to change it.
I blame Lilith.
Probably Lilith. I lost my train of thought. You can find me over at the Lorite normally. We're currently on a little bit of a hiatus until the start of the new year, but you can find my Lorite. _Lorite over on YouTube if you want to catch up during the holidays.
You want to find out whatever happened in the world of Vaesen that the guys experienced a couple of nights ago.
That was fun.
That's actually canon in the world of that world.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to explore the other elements of that world, you can.
It's gonna be so weird.
It is going to be so weird. I'm looking forward to it. Because Jack and I play in that world as other characters. Very sensible, sane characters. The actual vibe of the adventure is silly, but the characters are sane.
The moment Alfred hears about like a fox person, just like, oh good, I despise fox hunting. I think it's barbaric.
Oh no, I have that in like the adventure you guys are on while that happened. It's already prepped out.
Fantastic. Lindworm, eh? Oh dear. Jack, who the heck are you, you old square peg?
Hello, everybody. My name is Jack. You can find me here on Mondays doing Curse of Strahd nonsense. I play Smoothie, the Bat Boy Cleric. And you can find me on my own channel and all the social media garbage at Jack Squarepeg, where with my team, the Swiss Sunrise, we make theatrical tabletop entertainment, including my Cowboy Call of Cthulhu show, Trouble Over Yonder. It's a little bit of John Carpenter's The Thing meets Good, Bad, and the Ugly. Yep, you did the arm thing, Ro. Good job. That's a joke you'll get if you watch the show, and as well as A Time to Harvest, which will come out next year, which is 1930s Arkham student nonsense. Will they romance each other? I don't know. We'll find out. But it's the same place where the Necronomicon is, so I'm sure that will be fine and nothing bad will happen. And yeah, thank you very much for the support. Come check it out. We're having a great time. We also played Content Warning yesterday, which was entirely up my alley, as it turns out. It is a game where you like go down and you film content for SpookTube and you try to survive. And you get like equipment like clappers and things like that, and it's as dumb and fun as you could imagine. Like it's like you do all this nonsense and then you watch your home movie of how you survived or didn't.
Love it.
It's great. So yeah,
Marvelous.
amazing.
I'd be Josh the Pirate, but you know that. Or at least if you didn't, why are you here? But it's nice to see you. Welcome. Good to see you. Hi, I'm Josh the Pirate. This is my channel, which I run with my lovely wife, Karen, the mother of bunnies, and all my splendid friends. And we do a lot of Humblewood, mostly. It's a lot of D&D, a lot of Humblewood. This is the... Other than Humblewood, the longest running campaign on the channel. This is the 31st episode, which I think is appropriate because there are 31 days in December, so that kind of nice. Yeah, 2.5 seasons we have done of this show, and I'm hecking proud of it. Actually, it's very silly, but if you're watching back, it's fun. It's weird, wacky, drop in, drop out fun. It's absolutely the way seasonal D&D should be done, and it's not even always D&D. So yeah, this is Candlekeep, but it's our take on Candlekeep. We've played about half the book over these Christmas adventures, yeah. It's getting quite intense, and now we're starting to expand out. We've had a bit of Heliana's Guide to Monster Hunting in here. We did a bit of Vaesen. It's been fun. If you fancy following us on any of the !socials, you bloody champions, those are there. We also have a YouTube if you want to watch any episodes you may have missed. They are up there, right there, as well as some of our shorter form content. And we have a Discord if you want to come and hang out with us there. But I must warn you, don't solicit for bullshit, because we don't want solicitors, thank you. And I have banned someone recently for doing of the soliciting. Not impressed, very disappointed.
Clearly, there's a chip there.
It has bothered me because they were bothering my friends, and I was irritated about it. I don't like that.
So many solicitors.
Yes, solicitors are they're fine. We need them, but I don't need them in my Discord. Other than that, guys, we are affiliated with a couple of lovely bunches of people who aren't solicitors at all, as far as I'm aware. One of them is Wooden Forge, the gaming accessories company, who make beautiful things like this gorgeous Jarrah dice keeper. Not the dice within it, dice not included, unless you ask them very nicely. They are actually a stock list for some dice companies. Stone dice, gemstone and semi-precious stone dice. Very fucking pretty stuff. I've got some somewhere. Yeah, check them out at woodenforge.com/Corsairs Cove for some of their beautiful handcrafted wooden tabletop goodness. And we have a giveaway this evening, 3 in fact, provided by the splendid Troll Lord Games. So type !ticket in chat to go into the draw to win one of them. Troll Lord Games are the creators of the Castles and Crusades system, the Amazing Adventures system. They were the last publishing house for the great Gary Gygax. So there is some really cool stuff on their website to acquire with said vouchers. So, and a $10 voucher will absolutely get you most of the things in a PDF form on their website. So pretty fucking neat. Do that. Yep, type !ticket to enter the draw. I think beyond that, that's all we really need to talk about. Mateys.
I think their pre-order for one of Gary Gygax's last adventures is still running on Troll Lord Games.
I have a $100 voucher that I won over on Phoenix Wacky that I need to burn, so yeah, I may well pick that shit up. So, mateys, may all your Christmas lists be posted well in advance of the seasonal crunch, and all your names feature on the nice list as we head tremulously at first, and then with mounting heat and passion into the Candlekeep. Actually, it occurs to me, Jack, I don't think you've ever actually been ever had the mounting heat and passion. You're usually copping the anxiety and dread.
I'm used to it. That's my existence
it
as
really
well.
is.
So
Yeah.
Wait, anxiety and dread or mounting heat and passion? Because they're very
Yes.
different existences.
mounting
You could
heat
be-
and passion is what I do to deal with the anxiety and dread, but that's my business.
Yes, no. So, we return to the
And leg
Candlekeep.
over.
The day before the solstice celebration, a frisson of excitement fills the air. Decorations are being hung around the main courtyard. The kitchens have already begun the ordeal that is the feast, and the final few teams of keepers are out on retrieval duties are wrapping up their investigations and handing out late fees. So, what would you all be doing for your preparations for the celebration? And also tell us a little bit about yourselves, what you look like, and yeah, go for your lives. Let's start with Jenny. Jenny, what would you be doing in preparation for the solstice?
I think so. Anyone who is in the court of air in the Candlekeep proper would see a tiny green-clad gnome on top of a large moose, currently wearing a lot of tinsel, a lot of bells, and against somewhat his own wishes, some ornaments in his antlers. Well, his antler. He lost one quite recently. It's winter. It's a male moose.
They do that.
It happens. So in his one remaining antler, there is tinsel and ornaments and stuff. Jenny is currently riding around on top of this moose, helping out to hang stuff in high places. And from time to time, you see from this 2-foot gnome a 4.5 foot just arm extend and hang things. As she's an autonome and can do stuff like extend her
Gadget
limbs.
arms. Yeah.
Yes. But she's currently moving around at a leisurely pace at the court of air, helping out wherever needed.
Marvelous. Tali, what would you be doing?
Am I in the Candlekeep?
Yeah, I think you've been, you have, let us say, you and your family have been offered a Christmas retreat at the Candlekeep for the solstice. So you and your little ones have been invited, and you are able to take advantage of the childcare facilities.
In the form of Dolph, I assume.
Maybe.
As long as it's not run by Damian, it'll be fine.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's not his job, but Dolph would probably be there a lot.
Excuse me?
No. I think, well, depending on what the childcare is, she'll either like be keeping an eye just in general, or if depending on who's there, she might finally get some shut eye. But I imagine that either way, it's sort of happening in a sort of interactive sort of play center, like one of those like places that mums just go
Massive jungle
fucking
gym
go
thing.
there for 2 fucking hours, leave me
Just
alone.
screaming and they go around and yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She would have her youngest basically finally gone to sleep in the little chest thing, and I think I'll leave it to you whether you think you're there or not in the same scene, but I'll extend the offer and basically just say she's basically like acting like she's awake, Like she's so on autopilot at this point that she'd be like, "That's nice, darling." It's like, "Mom, look," and just like, "Yep, you went down the slide again." Good. And she knows how to do that in catnap form. So that's what she will be doing. And I imagine it's, themed for the season. Little robots throwing snowballs and they have to dodge them to the best of their ability, etc.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I imagine like if Jenny and Phidias, which is the name of the moose, ever pass by and something happens, you see like an arm from Jenny extend and just nope, pick it up and put it back in the playpen.
Yeah, that one is a climber. Thank you.
Yeah, Dolph walks by with his antlers adorned with children, one hanging off on each side. Like, it's like, Mom, look! And then they're like doing monkey bars, but they're on him. And he is being exceptionally gentle, just carrying them around. Dolph, this massive... They know him as a servant and are not in any way fazed by his appearance. And he is actually a Humblewood native himself. He just hasn't been there in a while. So getting to interact with other humble folk is actually really a treat for him, particularly small ones. He adores them. So he is gleefully entertaining your brood. What would Rivera be doing at this time of day?
So she is going around. She's got like a little, in her hand, she's got a little pot. And in the pot, there's a tiny little, like sapling.
Willow?
It's very, but it's a very, very young tree. And she's like carrying it around and just talking to the willow and saying like, oh, and this is where they put up the decorations, and this is where they do that strange thing where and like giving a full tour. And then every now and then, if she comes across Garno, she like hides immediately. And then we'll just like in a really bad hiding spot. So she'll just like go behind a tapestry or just freeze or like I've literally got the willow in front of her face. Just to and then when she goes through the kitchens, she like steals some food on her way through and put some flowers around the place as she's going as well, but she's basically giving a bit of a tour. And Rivera, she's in a real earthy kind of leathery and lots of leather, lots of wood, lots of natural stuff on her. She's got an oak diadem around her head and a branch on her back. And she's got long hair that's black and braided, and her eyes, when she's like darting around, her eyes, they look hazel for a moment, but then when she looks back at someone, they look like they might be silver. It depends on the tricks of the light. But she's happily on a tour.
So Rivera is an elf for John, who hasn't met any of these characters before.
Of course.
And Tali is a Vulpin woman.
Vulpin.
What do we see when we see Carol? Carol is a recent recruit to the Order of the Keepers, effectively the librarians, or the sort of the librarians who go out and collect late books and things like that. The military force of the Candlekeep. Such as it is.
Cool. So when you look at Carol, you see a huge, like she's 6'4", in a long trench coat and a hat. Think like film noir detective. She's got a cigarette. It's almost black and white around her. She is patrolling and just making sure that everything's okay. She also looks exactly like, you cannot tell she's a woman. She looks like a man because she's in disguise, and it's very good disguise. Yes. She is trying to convince some people to let her into a detective's organization. And so, she's just being a good detective. She's on the beat. In fact, you could say that there are parties for hosting and marshmallows for toasting and caroling out in the snow.
And And that was the entire inspiration for this character.
He's like, I'm done now. John just
Yeah,
leaves.
That's it. There you
That's
go.
it. Yep.
Thank
Got
you, and to all a good night.
Nice. And she's a half orc.
Sure.
Nice.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And Damian. I almost dread to ask, but what is Damian doing?
Damian. I feel like you should have more faith in Damian. That's what you should do. So Damian is in a haphazard state of finalizing documents and contracts and taxations that need to happen before the end of the year. So there's a lot of like long tables with food and stuff. He cordoned off a section with no food, just a lot of stacks of paper. On one of the stacks of paper, Equity is sitting and drooling, and the little skeleton nanny Insurance is standing next to Damian with a stamp. So whenever he's finished writing, he gives the little skeleton the paper to stamp. And on the other finger, the skeleton has like the shredded papers that go kind of like checks
Yes.
and receipts.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Damian is in this haggard state of trying to wring out every single gold coin that he can before the end of the year.
Damian being could we have a physical description of Damian?
Yes, of course, I forgot. Damian is a tiefling, very demonic looking guy, a lot of black and red, beautiful sharp suit. And I think the only thing, he's a necromancer, obviously. And I think the only thing on him that is in any way festive is like little bits of tinsel that are stuck on his devil horns from people actually doing decorations. He's not looking. And Equity is dressed in the little onesie that she recently received as an early Christmas present.
Yeah.
And Insurance has a little red cap on.
Can I also request what happened to Insurance's leg? Is it a peg leg now?
Oh yes. There's a candy cane instead of a femur now.
Excellent. Yes. No notes. Mwah. Yeah. So, because Insurance used their leg as a femur to try and knock a baby carriage out of a tree. Even better, they failed. Damian, the evening passes. Everybody, not just Damian, but everybody. The evening passes. Everybody has sort of is bedding down for the night. You all retire to bed, excited for the following day. Tali spends 15, 20, probably half an hour putting her children one after another to bed, and then putting them back to bed when one of the others wakes them up. Yeah. Eventually just sort of chloroforming the last two. Rivera tucks in the willow tree.
Amateur,
nice.
you put alcohol in their food.
Oh
and then
yeah,
they're out
no, sorry,
already.
yeah. This is
Yeah.
the era we're in. Jenny presses her off button. Everybody sort of beds down for the night.
Right.
I'm a little disappointed you didn't call your reindeer Sven. It's a moose. That's right.
Oh.
That's why. Yeah.
Yeah, I named him after a famous Greek sculptor.
Yeah.
Did
Damian.
Did he look like a moose? I don't understand.
He was awakened.
Yes.
Damian, the sky has darkened, and you are in your executive suite, closing out the business of your day. What does your suite look like?
So of course, classic necromancer lair, but with like high corporate chic. So you see like stainless steel like file and dossier shelves,
Yeah.
but they're shaped like coffins.
Amazing.
Of course, there is a crystal ball right in front of him, like a computer, like a laptop, and he's tapping his little black nails on it to write the last emails. Like at least 80% of all of the employees have already gone, but he's writing them like last minute reports. People in Damian's company have to have their scrying orbs always on, even on holidays. You can't be off the clock. so he's writing. I think Equity is just like napping on a stack of paper at this point, just way too tired.
Yeah.
Sometimes when she like wakes up a little and he's too busy, he's just gonna chuck a dog treat at her and then continue.
Very well. Damian, the evening passes. You finish your your eyes feel heavily, and you prepare yourself for bed. Lightning flashes in the windows, and standing before the bed, just as you lay your head down on the pillow, is a huge horned figure, resplendent in a perfectly fitted pinstripe suit, steam streaming off his red skin. Damian Cramp, OCD, DVD, LGBT?
Father, is that you?
He then steps into the candlelight. You don't recognize him. Well, so you've seen him in passing. He is but he is quite a famous devil. I am the senior executive of Corporate Past. Mr. Cramp, you have been nominated for a team-building exercise by the senior management. You and your trusted assistants must, this night, perform an audit in preparation for a quarterly review by the shareholders.
It will be my honor, sir. Damian is also sleeping in pajamas that look suspiciously like a suit, and he has like a black little cap on, and it ends in not a little ball, but a little black tie, little butterfly tie, and he flips it to the side and says, "It shall be my honor, sir."
That it shall. Come! And he takes you by the shoulder, Damian, and leads you through a swirling red portal and into a wooden panelled room filled with old wooden desks, flimsy partitions, and a Greenpeace volunteer's nightmare of sheets of unbound paper. Standing around the room, looking bemused but kind of not that surprised at having been just sort of teleported somewhere at random, are a bunch of your fellow keepers. It seems sort of par for the course until a devil shows up. Now, he is a full sort of 10, 15 feet tall. He is a big chap. Your management team are already here. Your accounts are a shambles, Mr. Cramp. I shall require a full review before the clock strikes 12. Beware, Damian. This has a bearing on your bonus. And with that, he disappears into the same cloud of red mist he appeared from.
I gulp. Equity also gulps. Who do we see?
You see Carol, Rivera, Tali, and Jenny standing around this large empty space. The room is 60 feet to a side and absolutely packed full of desks, varying in size from suitable to for a halfling or gnome to suitable to a Goliath. And every single one is piled high with discordant papers, and several of them, in fact, every single one of them, if you have a look, have a similar message on them. The entire accounts department, Damian, appear to have resigned.
Oh no! Okay, not to fret, my dear friends. You have been promoted as a Christmas, as a holiday present. You all have been promoted to audit manager assistants. Your first task starts right now.
What?
When did we apply? When did I apply for this?
It was a surprise promotion. It was a surprise. I wanted to do something nice to you guys.
Oh, joy.
Who are
I
you?
have been designated
Oh,
to
shit.
make...
So-
Oh, joy. I have been assigned to do someone else's job. Yet again.
Yeah.
Welcome to bureaucracy.
Yeah.
You must be the new arrival at Candlekeep Industries. I'm Damian Cramp Esquire, the CEO of Morally Ambiguous Company. Pleasure to meet you. And this is your, shall we say, onboarding.
I wasn't aware it was a company.
You gotta keep them guessing. It's a surprise every day over here. It's
Damian,
like
what
a
did you
family
get us
with
into?
surprises. Listen, there was there was a fellow CEO, but like a much cooler, stronger, bigger one than me. I think he's like a regional manager from hell. He told me that if we don't audit everything in this room until clock strikes 12, something horrible will happen.
Okay, so that's fine, and I will help you because you're my friend, and then I will throttle you when I'm done. But I have a question. Did you happen to do a little contract signing and maybe put our names on some papers that we didn't consent to?
No.
Because I don't remember anything like this, and now we're involved, and I would like to know how that happened so that we can avoid it in the future. Possibly.
Listen, sometimes in my line of work, you need to have some some things signed and maybe some data transferred to different holders and owners. Otherwise, the taxman will come for me. So
Is this my
mayhaps-
fingerprint?
Don't worry about it. Listen, hey, this is like 5 years old. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. It's let bygones be bygones. Hey, new year, new me. Hey.
Damien, you do know that I do not have body parts, as we discussed during the other mission recently.
Oh, that's okay. They don't really need body parts. Usually, they need like consciousness to use, like a phylactery, but it's like a contract.
Right. I also do not speak legalese.
Oh, I'll teach you. It's so easy.
What does it mean to audit something?
To audit. Well, so look. Do you see these stacks of paper? So we need to perform an official inspection and organize all of these accounts in the next. How much time do we have until? 12?
The clock, there is a large grandfather clock up against one wall that would seem that says it's about 9:30.
So in about 3 hours.
Rivera
Which
is
is
going to
about-
go up
Go.
to the first table and look at the stack of papers and then put like half the stack here and then put a stack from this desk and I organized. There we go. Like just super quickly, just like organize it.
You sure did, darling.
Yeah.
So
I
Hmm.
edited or
Audited.
Audited.
audit.
audited.
I did the
I-
thing.
So this is, I'm calling this a group skill check.
Oh,
Okay.
Jesus.
Each of you can pick a skill or maybe a spell that you would like to use, and I will figure out how to make it make sense. The DC is in the region of, but I'm not telling you exactly, 100. But it's all working together to perform the task. Yeah. How? Well, there's 5 of you. And you're level, 13. And you can use spells, and I will work out how that can assist, if it can. And it's in the region of. How well you do. What do you do to assist Damian with an audit? A sentence I did not expect to say until about 4 hours ago when I wrote it down.
Well, first I'm going to help Rivera. So when you see something cute, you go. You say,
Oh,
there you go. Audit. Yes. Anyway, and then I'm going to make an investigation check and use a superiority die because that's a thing I can do. So with that, I got a 27.
An investigation check.
Yes, sir.
nice.
So you are investigating.
Yes.
But
What
What
am
do
I
you-
investigating?
yeah.
I don't know. I don't
Okay.
know what I'm looking at.
So, well, yeah, you make
I'm
an
not there
investigation
in
check.
the world. You see.
That's true. All right, so a 27. Thank you. Not a bad start.
Yeah.
So,
But I assume that this investigation is appropriate.
Yep, yep.
I mean, as far as flavor text goes, this is not her first paperwork rodeo. It is her first paperwork rodeo on the brief amount of holiday time that she is allotted, and she's like, "Where will it hurt the most when I punch him when this is done?" Like, probably here. As I go through the work, but yes.
So yeah, I presume Tali sort of sits down at one of the cubicle desks and begins, just fucking does so. But moving with a speed and efficiency, the likes of which even Damian hasn't seen in an account staffer. Tali just sort of rifling through papers and just begins.
Glasses
that is what Tali
and
does.
the trademark pencil that's got very many chew marks and all that shit in her mouth.
Making notes and just compiling. Absolutely, piles begin to come, and Rivera, Carol, Jenny, Damian.
Rivera is going to look at the piles and be like, "Oh, okay, there's a lot there," and then she's going to put her hands up, and as she puts her hands up, these small owls start appearing. And,
the paperwork.
She ends up with 8 owls.
Yep. Yeah, as you summon woodland beasts. Yeah.
I'm conjuring animals. Yes.
Yep.
And so, but they're like spiritual. They're not quite solid, but they're 8 owls. They've got glasses on today, or at least like the around their eyes.
Patterning in the feathers.
Yeah. So and then I'm going to argue for animal handling to ask the owls to sort. And Rivera is going to sit back down, and my 8 owls are going to go and start sorting. But they have a conference first, so the owls are all going to like look at each other, look at me, and then completely ignore Rivera as they have a little like, and then they go to work.
Very well. Tali, you see Rivera summon a bunch of tiny strig to
I've hung out with Rivera before.
Yeah. Rivera, make me an animal handling check to help with this audit.
Can I argue for an advantage because I have 8?
I will allow you to add a D8 to the roll.
Okay, that's fair.
A D8. That's funny. Good.
Which one do I like today?
What kind of games do you like, Ro?
I need to. Well, we're playing a high rolling game, so probably low rolling games. But I need to roll a few times first before I.
We'll find out. Yeah.
Okay, so I got 23 plus.
So that's 50 from Tali and Roe. 50 in Tali and Rivera. Then
I rolled a 1. I rolled a 1 on my D8. So like I said, low rolling games.
51.
24.
51 so far. Carol. Jenny.
I think Carol is not intellectually fast at all, but is physically fast. So I think Carol's going to try and use athletics to just run the paper between different people so that other people can sort it.
So you're acting as a courier?
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
Cool. Dirty 20.
Filthy 20.
Nice.
Yeah, okay. Makes it 71. Not bad.
Nice.
Not bad. Owls are the wisest of birds. Quite right. Jenny, Damian, you have 29, theoretically, left to get.
So, are there...
I love how this is beginning. So.
In this room, is it just like desks everywhere, or are we talking with filing cabinets and bookshelves and stuff?
So, for a visual reference, and I don't know how many of you would have seen it, but at the beginning of Monty Python's Meaning of Life, there is a sequence where it basically becomes an insurance firm that becomes pirates, and they and their entire building set sail the seas of high finance, and yes, they board other large buildings. It's exceptionally silly. I imagine it like that, a sort of a 1930s, 1940s style insurance firm where where there is like hat racks and wooden filing cabinets. The entire room is wood paneled. It's a sort of the third or fourth floor of a dusty 6-story building that has been in the family for over 200 years. It's Marks and Klein, and they have been for a long time. If that helps. Very full,
it
very
does.
cluttered, very crowded, mostly wooden.
Okay, so the reason why I asked if what was in there is because Jenny has Song of Creation, which means that, and I have a hard time picking which one. So if anyone could roll me a D4 or a D2.
Jack, can you have a D2 in chat? Tony, thank you. A2.
Okay, so Jenny's going to walk on over to one of the wooden filing cabinets, and then from somewhere inside her mechanical body, you start hearing a kind of uplifting melody. It sounds like a electric violin that starts playing, and then you start hearing creaking from the cabinet itself as it comes alive and starts walking from table to table to pick up the sorted files.
Right. Okay.
And I would like to argue for a performance check, if that's okay.
Full of shit. No.
Fair enough.
I will give you. I will allow a D2. I will allow a straight charisma check.
That's fair.
But it's Christmas.
And my charisma's not that bad.
It's an ability.
Yes.
Not a skill. But yeah,
Okay,
no,
good.
I'd allow
Fair
I'd allow it as a straight, like it's a spellcasting check functionally. So it's basically the same thing. But yeah, no charisma, straight charisma, please.
Oh, that's a little bit shite. But I do have. Where are you?
Oh, did
Built for
Jenny have an
success.
inspiration? Oh no.
No, I have built for success. Which lets me add a D4.
Do any check? Yeah.
Like I said, that's a little bit shite. That's an 11.
An 11, all up.
Yep.
Brings
So I
it
rolled a
to
5.
Oof. 82. Damian, you need 18 points. What do you need? What do you do?
Okay,
18's
so
doable.
I have a couple different things I can do. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rely on my history because I'm the actual one person in this group who
Actually
knows how
works
to
here.
do this.
Yeah.
Yes. So I will focus on remembering the order of things, what needs to be written down. So I'm gonna roll for history on this one.
Very well. Also, I think the important thing is remembering all the things you don't want your allies to find.
True. So true. Especially Tali. I would be
About
very
your
worried about
company.
that.
About very morally
So-
ambiguous company.
That's the name. So it's 23.
23. Gets us to 105.
Nice.
Very nice. You succeed, and you succeed with about 50 minutes left. Actually, 50 minutes left. You get done by about 10 past 11. Tali sort of Jenny's walking filing cabinet sort of comes up and scoops the remaining piles from Tali and the owl's desks.
Can I add that when the files are all stacked, Damien, with great satisfaction, uses Equity's little fangs as hole punchers to do the holes and
Just
put the
hold the
little
child's
screws.
head and just
Yeah. Perfect hole sponge.
every time.
Yeah, so I think that because the animated filing cabinet is only there for an hour, so as soon as the last file goes in, it just stops where it's standing.
Yeah.
Or did you say over an hour?
Oh, it's definitely been it's been about an hour and a half. But
Yeah.
Jenny helps and then does this thing just in time for
Yeah.
it to run out an hour later. That's absolutely fine. I love it. Can Jenny, Carol, Rivera, and Tali please make me investigation checks? I think Tali's going to win this, but let's find out.
17.
17.
Another dirty 20.
Dirty
Woohoo!
20 from Carol.
That's actually decent. Investigation, you said?
Yes.
Where are you? That's an 18 for a total of 19.
19. Tali?
23.
23.
Dirty 20.
Was Tali's the best?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. But
Yep.
still, very respectable all round.
I know that time that I think I do okay and everyone's still on fire. I was like, I did 17.
So, Rivera, the reason you didn't spot this is because it was your owls doing the reading. That's
fair.
And Jenny, I feel like it was Jenny wasn't doing a huge quantity of reading her own self. I think it makes sense that it was either Tali or Carol. Carol and Tali, you both kind of notice in different areas that someone has been embezzling funds within this organization, and it's not Damian.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Damian, you are fully
Someone
aware.
beat you
You
to it.
have no. I think
have definitely.
I think Carol and Tali, to neither of their surprise, Damian definitely has, but someone else has too. It's his company.
No,
like,
that's
who gives
betrayal.
a shit? But but somebody else has well, and this is a problem.
Hang on, Damien stealing from his own company?
Yeah, well, embezzling.
course.
He's like, like charging things that as expenses that shouldn't be, and therefore it's like it's a tax fraud thing. But somebody else
Is
has
it-
been doing similar things.
Yeah.
And these accounts don't balance. So whilst you have successfully done the audit, you have found a discrepancy. And Damian, you know that the senior executive of corporate past is absolutely going to have an issue with this. The balancing has to, the books have to be balanced. So this is a second skill challenge to now obfuscate the corruption.
Damien is like perturbed. He's like, this has never happened to me before. Usually I'm the one embezzling. Someone has been embezzling under my embezzlement?
Carol's
have
going
to
to take a long drag of the cigarette. Always the way.
Damien, is it legal where you're from to embezzle from your company?
Well, legal is such a broad word. It's so malleable, there's so many things that go into it, and Tali is looking at me, so let's come back to that question later, Jenny.
Damian, I want for clarity, the answer would be yes, as long as you don't get caught.
True. So yes,
Not
That is like-
legally speaking.
That is
no.
the exact law of the hells. Anything goes,
Ah,
provided you
that's
don't get
true.
caught.
Yeah, where I'm from, absolutely. But the problem is, this audit clearly shows the discrepancy, and the ghost of corporate past shall not be happy with this. So we need
the
to figure
ghosts
out who
of
did it.
corporate past.
Senior
Yes,
executive.
yes.
Senior executive.
Yes,
He's not
yeah,
a ghost. He's very, very physical.
Yeah,
If you're not
senior
careful, you'll find out
executive
exactly
picturing-
how physical he is.
That's like the most boring Christmas Carol version ever. The ghosts
Thank you.
of corporate past. Let
Yep.
me fuck-
The senior
point is-
executive of Corporate Past.
Uh-huh.
We need to figure out how to balance the books, and
Shareholder
also,
feature,
if we
yeah.
can, we need to figure out who did it because I need to get them.
In an investigation, the three main questions, at least according to my experience, are why did they do it? Why is the perpetrator lying? And why did it happen here?
It didn't?
See,
It
these are the
doesn't say
three
anything.
whys of all investigations. And being able to answer
I
these
have-
is what takes to join the three wise men.
I see. The three
hate you.
wise men. Okay. Hey,
I think I saw where it was
Carol,
going, and I
here's
love
the door.
I
You
hate
just hear a record scratch from Jenny for a moment, and just
Oh, okay, gang. Let's
could we
put our heads
just-
together.
Get rid of the paperwork?
We can't just
That-
get rid of the paperwork because, unfortunately, the senior executives will demand paperwork, and if we just obfuscate it, then we have not finished the audit.
But what if it's gone?
I'm just
Nothing
is
more
while
suspicious.
they're talking, I'm just trying to get it over with because I want to go to fucking sleep. They are waking like this is not when it finishes. This is when my children wake up in 2 hours. So I'm
Carol's going to answer that nothing is more suspicious than missing paperwork. But paperwork that exists, well, no one reads that.
29.
Oh, damn.
So what is it you're doing?
The same shit.
Okay.
Investigation.
Another
I assume that's still
investigation.
relevant.
Yep. All right. Tali does another investigation for 29.
As
He's
much
motivated
as
by rage.
Tali rage investigates how to obfuscate. So, what form of obfuscation does this investigation take? Like looking for loopholes in that sort of thing.
Okay. I think she would probably be looking for patterns in terms of like the amounts.
Ah, okay.
Like yeah, so like what is like the typical amount and kind of equaling that out and then sort of going through the back of her head and sort of seeing like what that might match up to either in the back of her head or with further investigation because maybe those amounts are being forwarded somewhere else. Like does a specific thing cost this amount? Like
with
and
a
he's-
29, you find it has been skillfully done. They are rounding up. A very, very simple thing. They are rounding up, but not to the nearest gold coin. They are rounding up to exactly 39 copper coins on top of every purchase. So each purchase is coming in at 39 copper coins more than it should. A tiny amount, but spread over dozens,
until you do it lots
hundreds
and lots of times.
Yeah.
Mm.
And still coming
Very
out an
consistently
unusual
getting it.
random number. Yeah.
Okay then. I'll write 39 and circle it lots and lots of times, and
Pass it on.
and then just kind of keep it moving. Yeah, I
Yeah.
imagine it takes a while, so I'll be in the process of doing that.
Yep.
Can I see? I'm going to look around the room for any animals or insects.
You mean apart from your owls?
The
Well,
owls last an hour.
My owls last an hour. So
Yeah.
I congratulated each
Ah.
of them on a job well done, and then they
Right.
vanished into the ether.
Oh, Rivera, do you also promote your owls?
What?
Do you give them like a signing bonus? So how do you summon them? They seem very obedient. I like that. I like that in an employee.
They each get a nose peck for a job well done, and I sometimes give them some grains, and they seem to like that.
Food as an incentive. Yes, perhaps I should starve my people. Yes.
I don't know if.
No, you're right. You're very smart, River. You know, I'll give you a consultation bonus after this.
Thank you. May I
He writes
use,
down no lunch breaks.
may I use nature to investigate for animals instead of investigate?
Sure. To what end?
Because I want to find the animal, and then the next step is from the animal. I'll get there if I
Okay.
find one.
All right. Yeah. Make a
Like
nature
a
check.
little worm, like a little woodworm that lives in the desk.
Or
something.
survival if it's better.
Yeah. No, it doesn't matter. 17.
17. Yeah, sure. You find an animal. There are some mice that live in one of the like this is a traditional mouse hole, like a nibbled hole in one of the skirting boards.
Great. So I am. Hello. It's nice to see you all. I because I've got speech of the woods.
Yeah.
They do understand to
Yeah.
the extent they can understand. So someone has been doing the wrong thing in this room.
Do the mice also
No.
have little suits on, by the way?
No. But
Damn
they
it.
are all wearing a collar and tie.
Thank you.
Do you know who has been doing the wrong thing in this room? They will look guilty. What?
The mice dash around the room, and every single one of them points at a desk. Like, every single desk.
All of them? Oh.
So you have to understand how this company works, Rivera. Okay.
Who's doing the most wrong?
The mice sort of gather again and have a chat, like very much like the owls did, ignoring Rivera for a solid minute or two. Rivera, on behalf of the mice.
Yeah, you already asked for an audit skill check. Might as well. Go on.
I want to say insight. You can make using you're using your proficiency but their wisdom. Make an insight check.
What's? Oh, I don't have a mouse sheet.
What is
in
the?
front of
Hang
me.
on, let me just find the stats for a mouse. I imagine
'Cause
their
mine is
wisdom's
plus
reasonably
9.
good.
I like mine.
I'm sure you do. I'm pretty sure mice, like most animals, have swarm of insects, rats. 10. It's a flat 10. So yeah, you get a +4.
23.
There you go. 23 on top of the 29 from Tali. These mice, yeah, when it comes down to actually determining like which one is there doing like stuff that even the others wouldn't approve of is eventually what they come back with was they target one specific desk. It is a small one at the very back of the room in one corner, and has sort of, it's actually kind of a little bit more blocked off than some of the others. It is also about 20% of the tiny space is occupied by a support pillar. So even the minimal space of the cubicle is actually reduced by that, and they point to this one.
Oh, thank you so much. And Rivera's going to pull out one of the Christmas cookies that she stole from the kitchen earlier. Like break it up into all the.
And each
Thank
one,
you
like-
so much. Yeah, you did a great job. Thank you.
They
Appreciate
receive their
it.
Christmas bonuses and they go back into their mouse hole.
See, you're just nice to people, Damian, and they help you out. So that one, you should investigate that desk.
Okay. Thank you, Rivera. I'm gonna look over the desk, see if I know whose desk this is. Would that be history again, or?
Yeah, if you like, you can make a history check. Why not?
Okay. Trying to remember. I usually don't remember my employees because they do not matter.
Damian, well, firstly that, and secondly, the desk situation, it's a hot seat desk. When one of them is taking a break, another one is obliged to take over the desk. So there's about 5 or 6 different possible people. Like, none of them are ever, like, yeah, you stagger their breaks, so there is always at least one person at the desk.
Yeah, of course. So I roll plus 11. That's 22. 22.
For history.
My history.
Yeah.
Yes.
You determined that, yeah, there are 3 potential possibilities, and yeah. Two of them are
Okay.
floor managers. One is a junior assistant. So who just wound up with a floor manager's desk out of bad luck. But has been a bit of a rising star, a bit of an up-and-comer. And yeah.
I share the things I found with the rest if that helps us to find things out.
And how much did you roll, sorry? 22?
22.
22. So 45, 65, 74. Jenny, Carol, braced for some silly suggestions now. That was actually a very practical solving of the problem so far.
Yeah,
mean-
well, I can supply that. Yeah.
Oh, jolly good.
Yeah. If you look over, I think you will find Carol with her feet up on one of the desks. Obviously, the cigarette, and a little hip flask of whiskey, and going through the paper with a pen. This is silly, but it's a pretty good thing. I'm going to try and use my intimidation to make some of the papers scary to look at, so that you don't follow the trail as well as you possibly could.
I'll allow it, but I think it has to be disadvantage. I just don't.
Oh, I'll take that. Why not?
Because I imagine you're pretty bloody good at intimidation, but like.
On paper.
Yeah.
Would you allow Jenny to use inspiration for that role? So can she go over and inspire?
Bardic inspiration on Carol to
Yes.
assist her in intimidating the paperwork. Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Sure, disadvantage,
Amazing.
but you do get bardic inspiration.
Which is
Yes.
A
Let me think.
D8 at least.
I think it's a. Let me check. Why are there so many things that I can do? It's a D10. And
why are there so many things I can do?
no,
Why
like
do
my
I have to be a
features sheet is like
powerful
this
D13?
long.
Bards particularly, yeah.
No, so Jenny's gonna walk over to Carol and say, "Make sure you do not cut yourself." Pat, pat.
Yeah. Actually, I reckon smearing blood over the paperwork might make it a little bit more intimidating. Let's find out.
I feel like doing that at the end of this.
all right. Ooh.
Let me see what that gives.
Okay. That's 15, but then I need to roll the D10.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can roll your bardic inspiration die twice.
And pick the better.
Pick one.
Ooh.
Mode of potential. Love creation bards.
Oh, well, no, that one's a 1. So 9. So
9.
24.
24.
Thank you very much.
Good.
Which takes it to 98. Jenny,
Yes.
what do you do? Do you sort of tie a bow around this?
Ha ha ha! Christmas.
She's not the smartest tack in the box.
Really?
But yeah, 9 intelligence.
Yeah, okay.
Same as Carol.
You made
The
an
only reason why I
investigator
don't have
with a
any negative on any skills is because Bard.
Bard, yeah.
So
Deflect blame. Yep.
I have been racking my brains what I can do in this situation because nothing really is what Jenny is good at. But I think I don't really have any good ideas, but
Use a bad one then.
Mhm.
yeah.
I mean, look how well intimidating the paperwork went.
Yeah, I mean, it did go surprisingly well.
Okay. Just these are just Yeah, all of those are just for an hour. No, so what I was looking at was
Pardon me.
I was looking at doing a history thing, but no. What
I'll be
can I
real,
do?
you only need 2.
Yeah. My problem is that Jenny is just basically standing there like, nah,
So
I did
where
my thing.
what the it has been figured out
yeah.
either the embezzlement has been accomplished by one of the floor managers, or it has been accomplished by somebody who shares their desk and is using them to obfuscate their own presence. Determining who has performed the embezzlement goes a long way to helping obscure that they have done so. It doesn't really matter if it doesn't getting the money back doesn't really matter. It's much maybe to Damian, but nobody else. The main thing is obscuring the fact
I might
that
have
it
been
happened at all.
focusing. So, would you allow? So what Jenny wants to do after looking at what Carol was doing is looking over the rest of the paperwork and just try to remove the discrepancy on the paperwork. So like
just redact it.
Just alter it.
Jenny pulls out a giant black marker.
Yeah, basically, a giant black marker, and she's gonna try to copy the handwriting to alter the numbers to
This
remove
I
the
will allow to be a
discrepancy.
performance check.
That was well, performance is better. I was going for sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand is better, actually. Sleight of hand does make more sense.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Yeah.
So it's a matter of either. I mean, unless I roll a natural one, this is gonna be good.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is a 6 for a total of 18.
There you go. Yeah. Cards, man.
Wow.
Ooh. 6 for a total of 18 makes it
Yes.
116, which slams it very nicely.
Nice.
With that, the senior executive of corporate past reappears in the center of the room as the clock strikes 12. In a puff of red smoke, looks around and is actually genuinely surprised. Sort of, Mr. Cramp,
Yes.
I'm impressed. You have, your team are clearly hot shots. Well done. I am deeply impressed, particularly the work of this lady. And he taps Tali on the shoulder. Tali, you've just been tapped on the shoulder by a 12-foot tall demon, or devil. I want to be very clear. Devil. He says, "I think this one deserves a bonus," and pulls out from behind his back a long, beautifully wrapped present. It is the wrapping paper is the color of spilt blood, as is the bow. Jack, does Tali have any magic weapons?
No.
Tali, if you open the thing, it is a +2 version of whatever weapon Tali would want.
She uses unarmed predominantly, so let's just say
Knuckle dusters.
Gauntlets?
yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Sounds good.
Somebody else's arms.
She mostly well, she tries to grapple people predominantly. She's a
Right.
cop, not a fucking assassin. So you know,
It's a +2 nightstick.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, I think
Nice.
she does use a night. Yeah, she did have a nightstick. I guess this one's lighter because she
Oh,
can't
absolutely.
use one arm as well. Yeah,
And it's
that was the issue.
telescopes in and out, so it's more portable.
Is
Yeah,
it?
this is
Okay.
a +2 nightstick. It's better. And he says, "Your team are to be congratulated. As the the senior executive of corporate present will be here shortly for your next team building exercise. And he disappears. And in his place stands a wizened female devil, hunched and elderly, her horns spindly and long enough to curl right around and end at her elbows. She wears a similarly well-tailored pantsuit in maroon and has a matching eye patch over her left eye. Mr. Cramp and team, I am the senior executive of corporate present. Prepare yourselves for the occupational health and safety review.
Oh no, that's the worst part.
She raises her hands, and lightning flashes out from her fingers. Gale force winds whip around you, sending the newly stacked and neat accounts department once more into disarray as you feel yourselves yanked from your feet. The world spins around you too rapidly to make any sense of it until you once again feel the ground slam into you, almost too hot to stand on. Around you is a cavernous space. The heat presses in on you like a physical force. Rivers of molten slag create islands of industry as far as you can see, linked by metal bridges in every direction. Great furnaces and forges are working to churn out all manner of needful things, and working on them are legions of the damned. Souls who must labor here for all eternity. Even as you watch, a terrified-looking halfling is knocked from their perch and into the magma by a piece of machinery, a definite Wilhelm scream sounding in the air. Only seconds later, a burly orc is crushed beneath a huge pile of ore that even he was too weak to carry. All this pain, while admirable, badly damages efficiency, Mr. Cramp. These souls require nearly 5 minutes in the break room before they return to their tasks. This must be improved before the clock strikes 3. And with that said, she is gone. A fizzle of electricity in the ground, the only sign of her.
I hate you, Damian. I really do.
Listen, you got a bonus though. Isn't that nice, Tally?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
How many tormented souls are there?
Literally thousands.
Jesus Christ.
And
This-
how many?
Imagine a cavern of, like, an underground cavern filled with molten magma and like you are in a volcano sort of thing. It goes on as far as you can see into the distance. The forge levels in Baldur's Gate are not, is kind of how I'm imagining it, to be honest. Sort of broken masonry and crumbling stuff all over the place. Looks like hazardous. Just hazardous place to work. And from what you can infer from what she said, that these souls can't die. They are already dead. So but whenever they are knocked into the magma or otherwise suffer a massive workplace injury, they have to spend 5 minutes in the break room before they come back out onto the floor. And as you sort of stand here and watch, the halfling does trudge back out to the thing they were working on before, a little singed but very much still there. But this is all very bad for efficiency.
Is there anyone telling them they have to work?
There are
A
any number of
revolution.
devils like wielding whips and that sort of chain gangs going on and
Oh,
Look down.
okay. So we take out those people, right, with the whips, because that doesn't seem very nice. Yes.
I got
So-
to admit, I kind of phased out. I'm mostly like as she's playing with her new stick. What are we doing?
So we need to provide these tortured souls a 5-minute break, whether it is by killing their tormentors or transporting them to safety. It is up to us.
No. You're trying to stop them having to have breaks.
Oh.
This is an Arc Health and
Oh.
Safety review, and they keep
Okay,
getting
yeah.
hurt, which means they have to have a break.
We need to make their work here and their torment more efficient.
Yes. Well,
That doesn't seem.
safer.
But
Yeah.
Rivera has like lightning starting to come out of her fingers. Like she's
Yeah, that's not as fun.
literally-
That's not as fun.
It all this molten rock is very bad for my complexion. I imagine it is the same for the workers.
I think my tail's on fire.
Okay, here's one thing I can try to do. What if I use summon undead and I summon a bunch of zombies that basically stand guard around like the perimeter of the souls, so when people whack them with whips, the zombies catch it instead of the souls.
You can absolutely do that. So the way I envisage this is an individual skill challenge with a relatively high DC. Each of you must propose a way to improve the safety conditions and implement them in the next 3 hours.
Yep. So I will create a patsy of zombies. I will create zombie shield for the punishment, because Damian doesn't care that people get punished, but he's like, I can shift the target, I suppose. Would that be Arcana, or what would that be?
Yeah, make an Arcana check, I think. Yes, that, yeah.
Okay. Okay. It's also plus 11, so. Okay, that's 25.
25. Damian, that is a success.
Yippee!
You spend the next couple of hours summoning zombies to assist the workforce, but mainly B, to act as human shields for the workforce, and as they lack souls, they don't really care about being whipped. Cool. This does have the unfortunate knock-on effect of making some of the platforms even more crowded and therefore difficult to stand on. But that is one success of the number that you need.
My idea would be something that would prevent them from falling into the melting rock. And you see Jenny walk forward a few steps, bring her hands together, and with a grinding of metal or stone, she will pull her hands apart. Not like yanking, but, hands like this. And let's see, how far away can I be to cast that? 100 feet. Okay. 100 feet out, a box, a cube that is 20 feet to a side surrounds the workers, preventing them from falling into the lava as she casts Force Cage.
Wow. Okay.
So-
this would also be an Arcana check, I think.
Okay.
To implement this. Yeah.
Yep. So, yeah, okay.
Does this last forever, or is this very brief?
It's 1 hour.
Okay. Yeah.
It's basically like, this is a prototype.
Okay. Right. No, I like that. Yeah, that's better. Cool.
You can't just convince them it's real and then we disappear and then the force cages go.
Disappears away again, yeah.
I actually rolled really well. I'm gonna use another one of those built for
Build
success.
for success, because why not? Yep.
Yeah. So with Arcana, that's 22.
22. Very
Nice.
Not bad. Excellent. That is another success. And chat, do not forget, we have a giveaway going on this evening. Type !ticket in the chat to go into the draw to win one of the Troll Lord Games vouchers we have to give away.
I have a +1 in Arcana thanks to
Oh.
Jack of all trades.
Oh, wow, okay. I didn't realize I was
Damn.
sucker punching you that badly. But there we go. Nice, I like it.
Yeah, it worked.
It
Still
did
worked.
make sense to me. Cool. Alrighty. Carol, Tali, Ravira, what do you do?
Can I get to the platforms with the workers?
Yes, absolutely. There are bridges traveling all the way over. It is dodgy. It's difficult, but if you take your time, yeah, you're fine. You've got 3
Okay.
hours.
Rivera is going to go over on the platforms,
Mhm.
and then she's going to realize that the morale is not very good,
Mm-hmm.
and she is going to wild shape into a very happy little puppy. And
Oh my
then
God.
she's going to run around all the platforms and give all the souls as much love as they would like and get lots of belly rubs.
Therapy dog.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Therapy dog. I was about to say, I'm like, this. I can only see this impacting on efficiency.
No.
Morale.
No.
Morale is good. Morale is good for
Morale
work.
builds
Sure.
efficiency.
Yeah. Okay. This be.
If you have 2.5 minutes of allotted morale time, then it's less than your 5-minute break.
Once a year, when Rivera comes back.
No,
all right.
I'm just going to show them that being kind will make people work harder and maybe
Right.
they'll change
Again,
their
once
ways.
it's another demonstration of efficiency ideas.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Sure.
I
I'm
can't
gonna
change the
make.
whole
I think this
system.
is a performance check. A performance, like pretending to act cute.
Very
I mean-
dare you.
I mean, I would say with advantage because you are pretty adorable anyway, and then as a puppy, yeah, like.
I'll take
But
the
it's
advantage.
definitely a performance check.
Not a survival check
Why would it be survival?
because I have to
Survival
survive
is
to
like
get there.
hunting and tracking.
Or
Hold on.
fair.
Jenny's gonna lift a finger or a thumb up and just go, "You are the cutest dog in this race."
It's a very low bar, but yes, there are a couple of like gnolls who look a bit offended. But
Is that a G10? Two?
Yes.
yeah, a bardic inspiration. That's very nice of you.
Great. All right. So ooh, thank goodness.
And
You did have advantage.
yeah, so
yeah,
with
because this is a ability check or a skill check.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's ability
brain.
check. Yeah.
Yeah. You can roll the bardic inspiration die twice and take whichever number you want.
Okay. Oh my god. Have I mentioned
Are
how
you
much
trying to ask chat now?
I like low rolling
Ah.
games?
No, just keeping up the meme.
How'd you do?
I got 16.
Oh!
That's
I
like,
love.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, no, I love this. The number you needed is 17. So,
No, don't say that. No.
and I do love it because I just don't think an occasional puppy belly rub can improve. It's like, if anything, what you do is remind them of what they can't have on the regular.
I mean, there have been studies into this. And
I know
does improve
I know
efficiency.
it absolutely does, just not in this instance. Maybe I think it's probably because they haven't done the studies on people working for the rest of their immortal souls' lives in the hells. That's probably the sort of the difference. The conditions are a little bit, but yeah.
Okay, well,
that's sadly that does.
I feel better.
You do. And look, you absolutely improve the efficiency of the people doing the thing. Like you definitely make the lives of the sort of 5 or 6 dozen people you manage to have rub your tummy are marginally better. Like you have improved. I tell you what, because because it's Christmas, I will give the next person a D4. From the improvement in efficiency that you have seen from this. However, the corporate overlords don't really see the merit in hiring a permanent support animal for their staff.
They're wrong, but that's
Oh,
okay.
they are, but these are devils.
Yeah. Maybe a slightly different tack, although with the suggested survival, I think Carol is going to walk around and realize that none of these platforms have barriers or even little like foot things to hit to tell you that you're near the edge. So she's going to just try and install even small little safety tape, something like that. Yeah, to help them survive.
I love that. So a survival check. Yeah. That I'll allow as a survival. I gave you advantage.
It doesn't help.
What did you roll out of curiosity?
A 12 and a 2?
Oh, okay.
And
Well,
then
the
a
12
2
helped.
A 2 and a 3 on the D10s.
That's rough. That is rough.
Yeah.
Alrighty. How'd you do, Carol?
Pretty good. I rolled a 14 with +5 to make 19, and do I get the D4?
I think
Or
you
you've
get
already
the
said
D4,
A.
Yeah. No, I mean, you succeed, but yes, you get the D4.
Would it be better to give it to someone else?
It might be better to give it to Jack, but
Yeah.
I also
think,
don't see how what you're doing is relevant to what Roe was doing. So that's cool.
We'll pass that one on.
You succeed with a 19, Carol. Very nice. Tali, what do you do to assist with the Ock health and safety in this hell pit of magma and industry?
Well, I've been trying mostly to see why the hell she would. This is probably her line. 'Cause, like, you know, like.
If it in any way
any
helps.
police institution is many things, but I think for the most part it's pretty working class, at least in the Humblewood, and
Sure.
this is kind of against everything that
I suppose
she-
unless I suppose the only thing I will point out, these are damned souls. They're already dead. This is the afterlife. They don't get to go here unless they sort of do something bad. But also, your actions, like improving their working conditions, could actually make their lives or their deaths better. Like, being sent to the break room for 5 minutes sucks just as bad. Like, you don't know what the break room looks like. It could well suck just as bad as where they're currently working, but also falling into magma or being crushed by rocks is a horrible thing to happen to them. Like, so you could improve their lot by actually making this. It would also be helping the devils, but it would also be helping these people. Like, it's a
okay.
If that
Then
helps her logic at all.
the only thing I can think of really is like it seems to me that this is a classic case of middle management, where someone is like trying to actually promote themselves and work people too hard, and that is why they're making mistakes.
Right.
So I would like to look out for someone who is basically like kind of going like, okay, this is like the optimal thing. I want to go for more than that. Basically doing the hell version of crunch.
Yeah.
That's what Tali suspects is happening.
Tali is looking for make me a perception.
Okay.
For a middle manager.
So I got a 12.
Perceive
on the
middle
dice.
manager.
And let me just have a look here. My perception is +5, so that's 17.
Ooh,
And you
have a
do get the
D4.
D4.
I do
You
have a
get the
D4.
Okay, and the D4 because the middle
Because of the
management is
puppy.
probably chasing the puppy
Oh,
around.
he is
like, get away
furious
from my
about this
employees.
puppy. Yeah, because you're wasting their time by having them rub your tummy. Yeah.
So 20, if that's all said and done.
A filthy 20 is a success. And you needed 4 successes. So, congratulations, team.
Nice.
You have
I think that
successfully...
middle manager is being a real. Oh, hang on, screen. Ah, it's green.
Is it being a
green
real
turd?
cupcake?
Hang on, it's being a real Grinch. Ah, it's green.
It doesn't change the color of...
Work.
Removing the green screen doesn't change the color of the cupcake, Jack. The filter is still
I
on.
was waiting so long for this joke. Okay,
There it is.
Grinch.
There it is.
Nice.
I just
He's
love the
being a
fact that you're.
real bag of
Great.
shit.
I just love the fact that when your Grinch cupcake has like googly eyes on a Christmas backdrop,
Yeah.
it's like Cheshire catting that
It
Christmas
was.
village.
Yes.
Just
The
going back
eyes of
to
Christmas.
going back to the horror branding. I can't help it. It's just the way it is. Just
May I,
Tides of Christmas.
may I roll an investigation check as the puppy to see what I can find?
You certainly can. You would have, I think, advantage because sense of smell.
17.
17. It's mostly sulfur. What are you looking for?
Something to bring back to everyone potentially for them to throw for me, or something that they might like.
You definitely
Something
you find.
shiny.
You know what you find? You find a femur.
Yes.
Nice.
It's
That's
from one of the
Redlander.
zombies Damian summoned.
Oh yeah, like she literally just takes it off.
He literally just wrenches
Bone,
it out.
bone.
And it's a zombie, and the zombie doesn't really care. It's just sort of limps more now. You bring back this femur to Damian, and insurance doesn't say anything because it's a zombie, because it's a skeleton, but it does reach down and pick up the thing. And you do this just as Tali is pointing
You,
out to
get
Damian.
out of here.
Yeah. Pointing out to Damian that one of his middle managers is an absolute cupcake. Is actually sort of, trying to, it's actually one of the middle managers from the accounts department that you suspected of embezzling, and it's just a little bit suspicious that he's down here on the factory floor. Interesting. As the senior executive of corporate present returns, and once again in a flash of lightning, her wizened form appears next to you, Damian, and says, "Your 3 hours are up, Mr. Crump, and we are much impressed. Your subordinates worked exceptionally well, and indeed, I believe this one," and she gestures to Jenny, "is deserving of a bonus. What would an appropriate +2 thing for Jenny be? Because that's what she gets." Bards, so spellcasting focus? Or a rapier?
A bard's spellcasting focus is the instrument,
Oh,
use. and she has that electric violin.
love it.
But I don't know if they have anything that increases their spellcasting abilities.
How about
I don't remember.
a +2 amp?
Yes.
Nice.
So, yeah, this is a box. She also produces a second, very, very small box. So the first box she gives to Jenny, and the second box she gives to Rivera. And within it, it is a dog treat, in the shape of a bone, and wrapped around it is a note that says, "You're fired."
Nice.
But there is the bone, and I don't know if Rivera can read. Owls can read. Jenny, yes, you receive a +2 amp for your spellcasting focus.
Nice. Yay, subordinate
Rivera-
Jenny!
Vera has the bone in her mouth, but she picks up the bone, but she's also just the whole time been at the trying to get a belly rub.
Yeah. It is unpleasant when one is provided. Her fingers are exceptionally sharp and bony. Gets a bonus, yes. Stop it. Guys, I think we shall have a short little breaklet there. I'm going to put some ice on my foot because I think the bee sting is swelling. But we shall go for a short little breaklet and be back in 5 to 10 for the senior manager, the senior executive of Corporate Futures. Be back in 5 to 10. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Christmas.
Vast ahoy, mateys, we be back. Merry Candlekeep to you, everybody. Yes, we are back in the corporate hellscape that is the hells, actually, amusingly enough, for Damian Cramp's Christmas corporate Christmas corporate team building exercise. Yay! That was the word. So yes, the senior executive of corporate present gestures with her wizened old hand towards the area where you first appeared, and a new portal lightning rippling from it. Oh, John, I love it. That's a very bold choice in the weather that you're getting right now. The lightning sort of arcing from it, in much like those little balls that you whip and wank weekend. That's an entry into the chat.
Nice.
Hey, Calcio. I understand it, like I get it, but wow, okay. Yes, like one of those little metal spheres where you've got like a static electricity arcing from the portal, she gestures you to it. The senior executive of corporate futures will see you now. Stepping through the portal.
I fish out equity from one of the lava pools. Okay, stop swimming. You're gonna get a cramp, and then I will.
Yes.
On a note, what does this portal look like? Does it happen to resemble?
It's a circle. It's a complete circle. It's because it's not in a tree. It's just hanging there.
Yeah.
The edges are a little bit weird, and on the far side you can see a very different landscape. Stepping through the portal, you find yourselves in a very odd place. Comfortably the strangest you have yet seen. It is a city, though built by some magic none of you know. The buildings seem to scrape the sky itself, each towering overhead, constructed of steel, stone, and glass. Blank, faceless humanoids march up and down the edges of the streets, while mechanical beasts prowl the central lanes, screeching their displeasure when another gets in their way. You stand in a broad plaza. The ground is polished white stone, and occasional trees are distributed in orderly rows. They look as sickly
Damian
as the people.
has one tear roll down his face as it's beautiful.
So beautiful. Standing outside the main entrance to this outside the main entrance to a particularly forbidding edifice is an insectoid devil, its white carapace contrasting shockingly with the pinstripe pants, waistcoat, and bowler hat that it is wearing. What do you do?
Rivera is going to try and get a belly rub from the faceless people.
Nice.
Rivera, they don't even seem to notice you.
Damian is elated to be here. He's like pointing with equity at different things, taking photos amongst like the sad, faceless people, pointing at the skyscraper, pogging. He's so happy.
I guess Carol's just smoking.
Yeah. Carol finds a convenient street lamp. Which sort of flickers to light as she walks under it. It's kind of like a thing. Yeah.
Amazing.
And then stands there looking moody in the light. And it's somehow, because it's full daylight, but...
Yes.
As Rivera goes from like person to person and gets more and more upset, she's just gonna go next to Carol and sit there like...
A dog howls out in the night.
Yes.
Carol definitely relates a lot more to Rivera.
Damian,
Yes.
are these mechanical things supposed to sound like they need oiling?
Maybe I do not know. This is my first time here in this business future, as it were. But if it is as glorious as this vision is, I can't wait to get to it in our world.
This place is strange. It looks like my insides. And she's gonna open up like a front panel on her, and you see like all these mechanical gears and things.
Damian, a flame licks up in your hand, and appearing is a note, a memo from head office, saying that your presence has been requested at the annual shareholder meeting.
Oh, my dear employees, we need to go to the annual shareholder meeting. Put on your best suits.
Carol's gonna dust off the trench coat, I guess.
Damien will procure out
Damien,
of
I
his
don't
little
know how
black
to tell you
suitcase.
this, but I thought I was on holiday. Most of my shirts are milked through.
That is why I always have a plan B. And from this little briefcase, it's a briefcase of holding. So he opens it up and finds a few little black folded napkins and throws them to everyone and then says, "Behold my magic." And then he taps twice on every little blank napkin and it unfolds kind of like a life jacket around your body. It's a bad, ill-fitting suit on each all of you.
Oh,
I imagine
Amazing.
Janice is like a 4
Yeah, the
inches too
sleeves are
long
far
around
too
the
long, yeah.
feet. Yeah. It's like,
Yes. Like a child
Revi-
dressed in their father's suit. Yep.
Rivera is immediately doing the like dog thing, like trying to get it off, but she can't.
And obviously
I
it's over the
imagine-
top of the trench coat, which is just a bad time.
Wait, so I imagine that Rivera and Jenny are about the same size now, because Jenny's 2 feet tall.
Yeah.
And
looks so
Rivera's a
beautiful.
puppy.
I'm assuming a sort of a German Shepherd or a Labrador, that sort of.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
definitely a golden retriever of some sort.
Yeah. She gives off
Just-
golden retriever energy, absolutely, yeah.
Wait,
Right. Well, now that you're all presentable, shall we?
Jenny and Equity are basically the same size, aren't
Yeah.
they?
Nice.
Well, Equity is still a toddler goblin. I don't think she's that big.
I mean,
Um,
fair. Just
When full grown, you'll probably be about the same size. So you head towards the the towering edifice. The being outside watches you approach. I want to ask, what are each of your swimming speeds? But it's not relevant because I just like asking that sort of random question as a DM because it makes all of my players flip out. But no,
I'm made of metal.
what is your marching order like? How I presume Damian is in the lead.
Yes.
How are the rest
Full
of
speed.
you traveling? Is it in a line or in a clump behind him? What's going on?
I am
Um,
running around smelling all the things.
Very well.
I think I'd
Jenny's
pretty much go ahead. Sorry.
Jenny's gonna walk over to Carol and just a piece.
Definitely on the shoulders.
Yeah. Her arms extend out and reach up to Carol's shoulders, and then pull
Yeah,
herself up
a
onto
piece.
them.
This day can't get any weirder. It's fine. I'm wearing 2 suits.
And an autonome.
Yeah, and an autonome. Despite being a smoker, my athletics is +8, so not too far behind. But I think just not as enthused as Damian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd be probably trailing the back, just kind of less to do with lack of enthusiasm, although there is that, and more just like she's officially like she's ready to clock out. She's tired. She's like, so she's like kind of bumping into walls occasionally.
Steered by Jenny's gadget arms.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
While Rivera sort of happily gambles around, peeing on all the wizened trees that
Yes.
look very close to death and probably need the water. Very well. As you approach the great rotating doors, the devil standing out the front, with a spear in its hand, lowers the spear at you and uses its wall of ice ability. Damian, you can you please make me a dexterity save?
Oh, okay. Fucking cat. Where's my ice? Dexterity. Wow. Oh, that's a 4 on the die plus something, I'm sure.
That's not
Plus
good.
plus 3. That's 7. 7.
7. Damian, it raises
I'm just like
its right
too
hand.
happily looking everywhere. Like, oh.
And it says, "You must not keep the shareholders waiting." Raises its right hand, and a massive wall of ice encompasses you. A dome of ice encompasses you and it. 20 meters. A diameter of 20 meters. So the thing is 10 meters high and 20 feet. Sorry, 10 feet high and 20 feet around. Across, and you are knocked forward into the dome with it. Just basically a giant igloo has just formed, and I roll
Oh, Jesus.
10d6s.
I'm just a little wizard boy.
You
I'm
are
just a little wizard boy.
10d6s as this wall of ice encompasses
Okay.
you, knocking you forward into this space with this apparently hostile devil.
But I'm just a little CEO. I only have a little HP. I'm a little wizard boy.
20,
I see the similarities.
31 points of cold damage, Damian.
Okay.
I actually rolled low.
Surprisingly frosty reception.
The rest of you, but you can all please roll me initiative.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh,
I
Oh,
so
my
think
lord.
Carol's going to
oh.
put her cigarette out on the wall of ice.
I have advantage on initiative due to a
Nice.
quarterstaff that I'm carrying. But I'm currently in dog
Yeah,
form.
it's part of you, so yes, you do still get that. Yeah,
I got a
Sweet.
12.
that might or might not be what this is inspired by, Calsho.
I got a big
17.
12.
Ooh,
so-
same.
18.
I got an 18. Tali, how'd you do?
Sorry, hang on. I got a 13 on the dice.
Plus.
My dexterity's plus nothing, but I have alert. Does that matter? Initiative proficiency. So 16.
16. All right, so an 18 is the
Sorry,
best
no,
from
13
Rivera.
plus 5 is 18.
18.
I know how to math.
So 18 from Tali.
Yes.
Rivera also got an 18?
Mhm.
Yep. Rivera would be first because I imagine puppies are more dexterous than Tali is. Carol, how did you do? Sorry?
17.
17 from
Oh,
Carol.
samesies.
Jenny also got a 17. And Damian?
12. Big 12.
12 from Damian. How did the ice
I'm at
devil
half
do?
health.
Great.
I'm very happy.
I love that
Oh,
for you.
you're
The
fine.
That's not bad.
The ice devil
considering-
got a filthy 20.
Jesus. Jesus.
Fella. Come on
Um,
now.
So we will commence the combat. This is the senior manager of senior executive of Corporate Futures, and he is curious about Damian's capabilities. He is going to engage Damian in combat.
No.
What's your AC, Damian? Out of mild curiosity.
I'm a wizard. Fucking 12. What are you asking me this? I'm a
Well,
wizard.
it very much depends on how much damage I can do to you then. I don't know if you have, like, shield or something?
Oh, well, I do have armor of Agathis, and it lasts a long time. Would I be able to cast it before this thing kills me, or what's up?
An action.
It's an action.
Because it's like ice walls, and I have
How long
armor of
does it
Agathis.
last?
I got this. It lasts an hour.
Would you have cast it in the forge to keep yourself cool?
Ooh, that's very smart, and I will take that. Thank you, generous DM.
Yes, that.
Yes, I would. Yes.
I've
So you would have
decided
cast
Read my
that's
mind.
correct.
You would have cast the cold version of it so that you to keep yourself cool. Yes.
There's only cold version of it. Yeah.
Okay.
There's it's just armor of Agathis.
All right. So he is going to make a spear attack with his
boy.
ice spear.
Okay.
In place of his claws. Here we go. That is a 28 to hit.
Yeah.
And
Also, the cold damage probably won't do anything to him back.
no, he's immune.
Is he like? Oh yeah.
Does it do like? Is that what Armor of Agathis does?
Yeah, it
Armor
does.
Agathis gives me temporary HP and hits a creature that hits me with a melee attack. So this is just for surviving the round, I guess. That's
Yeah.
fine. It's fine.
Could you please make me a con save?
I shall.
He is going to do 2d8, which is pretty
Okay,
good.
not bad for a wizard. 18.
18 is a success. Congratulations. You do not become
Yes.
frozen. And yeah, you take 13 to 18 points of piercing damage. And
okay.
3d6 of cold.
Please be kind. Please be kind to me. I'm just a wizard.
12 points of cold damage as well.
Fuck. Okay, I'm still up, but like barely, guys. Barely alive.
Barely alive.
Jesus.
And then it uses
I'm playing
its tail
wholesome
attack.
Christmas carols on my end.
Tail attack!
Death.
Tail attack!
It should be noted, this is the thing you're fighting. This boy here.
Tail
is.
attack. I don't like that. Hey, maybe he doesn't have a tail attack
you're
anymore.
fine.
I will
You're
not
fine.
survive this.
Well, first of all, I've got to hit you. How's a 17?
Fucking 12 is my AC, you big bitch.
You should probably have
Big
shield.
bitch.
I don't know. I feel like, yeah, that would be able to crank your AC to 17. If you had shield. But you
I don't
so
have shield.
That's
I have
unfortunate.
darkness.
Um,
I have locate object.
Oh, look, it's a tail.
Yeah, that's it. You can locate this tail that just hit you in the face.
Nice.
For
No.
for 10
No.
bludgeoning
Okay,
and
I'm still up. No.
and 10
You're
cold.
fine.
No. Okay, I'm out.
Ah!
I had 6 left. If you didn't fucking roll the fucking cold damage, I would have been up.
And
I'm down.
that's the end of the Ice Devil's turn. It is still within this sort of giant wall of cold. And it
Oh, good.
is it's Tali's turn.
Oh, I thought it was mine.
Okay.
Oh,
You
sorry, it's
see
Rivera
through the
or Tali's
wall?
turn. You guys can choose.
Fucking Damian gets slapped around just like through the wall. Like, push, push.
Tali goes,
Just the
"This is-
body
I
flying.
love this. This is the best.
I wish she was that vindictive. No. Like Jack is thinking that, but no, she's like got concern for a friend. She'll beat him up herself later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
Okay.
It is Tali
Okay.
or Rivera. You can choose which one.
Okay. Well, Rivera she's gonna see this, and she's still a puppy, but the puppy is like, "Arr." And so she's gonna like run directly into. Can she get through the ice wall? Or is
No,
she
it's a
gonna
wall
hit
of
an
ice. It is a
wall?
literal dome of ice.
Okay, so she's gonna get to the ice wall, kind of like scuffle, like "Arr, arr," and then as a bonus action, she's gonna turn back into Rivera,
Uh-huh.
and then I'm gonna cast. So can you explain to me? So Damian is
10 feet away from you inside a basically dome of ice. You can translucently see him, so like vague outline. I'd allow you to cast spells on him, but
and what
yeah.
about the creature that
can-
was attacking?
Oh, it's also in there. Yep, absolutely. It is standing over him after having it sort of stabs at him in the chest with its really long and very nasty, sharp, wicked, pointy spear, and then as he sort of staggers from that blow, it thwacks him with his tail,
So would I be able to
sweeping his
Uh,
legs out from underneath him, and he falls to the ground.
like? Do they have like 5 feet between them?
They're,
Little bit of room?
they're pretty much in threat. It's only a 20-foot wide thing, and the creature is large, so it's 10 foot to a square. So it's actually probably occupying almost the same space as Damian is, unfortunately.
So but can I do it? I want to do wall of fire.
Ooh, you can catch it in the wall of fire without getting Damian. Yeah.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
my question.
Hell
But I
you
also
can
want to
direct-
try and get. I also want to try and get the
You will
ice...
unavoidably get the ice shield too. Yes.
Yeah.
So you
I'm-
can
I'm-
direct.
Come up.
You can decide which side of the wall that does damage.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna basically put a wall up
in front, like it's trying to like stop him getting close to Damian again off
You
fire.
cannot separate Damian from it, but you can get it with the wall. Damian and it's sort of standing
Okay.
over Damian.
Okay. That I'll take that. So I'm casting Wall of Fire at level 4.
Very well. You do that. It must make a dex save.
Yes.
I got a 17. No, sorry, 19.
God damn it. Yeah, 17 was the succeed. So you succeeded. So you get half damage.
Yep.
So I rolled 38.
Ooh!
So you get
So I take 19.
8. Yeah.
Very well. Ooh, no. Very nice. And a good chunk of the ice wall is also taken out. Do you leave the firewall up, or are you happy to have it die off once you've cast it?
I'm going to leave it up because if he is still in it when his turn ends, he'll get more damage.
Very well.
So
You leave it up.
Yeah. The intention is to try and like wall off Damian, but you said I couldn't do that. But yeah, it stays.
Yeah. So you do that, absolutely, and it reels back from it. It's sort of like, it's you stung it, you copped it, its tail, basically. Its tail is in the fire, and it did not like that at all. It roars, and I apologize. It roars, and initially you thought, oh my goodness, it really hated that, and then it sort of chuckles as it looks down at you, and its shoulders heaving with laughter. And it does not appear injured at all.
Ah, great. Great.
I apologize, I just read its stat block and it's immune to fire.
Sweet.
I mean, at least we broke the wall.
But you did damage the
fire
wall.
damage.
Yeah, because it's made of ice. It's not fussed by by heat. It's like I'm really cold all the time.
This breaks the Pokemon rules.
It does. It does break the
It's
Pokemon rules.
supposed to kill ice and fire. Science.
Pokemon. Devils. Is my answer. Tali, it's your turn. There is a hole in the wall. Rivera, asking this question again now that I've given you a different answer. Do you leave the fire up because the fire is making the hole in the wall? So where the holes in the wall are full of fire.
Okay. No, if he reacts in a way that she is aware that he is clearly not hurt at all by this, Rivera is going to be like, and like kind of lose concentration because she's so disappointed.
There is now a 5 foot wide hole in the wall.
That was really good.
It is a solid idea, and it just didn't work. I'm afraid.
It is a very good idea.
Loses concentration because she's so good.
Very well. You do that. Damian is still unconscious. Tali.
Okay then. Alrighty. So let's have a look here. So I can get in and smack a do.
You absolutely can. You are now able to enter the damaged dome of ice and smack a bitch.
Okay, cool. I will do that. I'm going to take my new stick and I'm going to be quietly overjoyed that I can use both my arms in the same way since the accident. With this new weapon, because it seems to just kind of flit through my hands, and I will rush at it, and I am going. He's armed, correct? He's got a weapon that he's been attacking.
He absolutely does. Yes, it is a spear.
I would like that not to be a thing. I want to disarm him, please.
Very well.
So I'm going to try and hit him first.
Very well.
So with the +2 quarterstaff, that is a 20, not natural.
A filthy 20 does hit.
Okay, so we're going to go with a d10 +5. So that is 13 points of normal damage and 8 superiority die damage, which means 21.
21.
And he needs to make a saving throw of 18 strength.
He passes, but he does burn his legendary resistance to do it.
Okay, second verse, same as the first. Natural 1 for the second attack. So, yeah, perhaps it's as simple as like
parries.
I whack it in. Yeah, and just yeah. Do I want to? I don't think I have too much else unless I want to use action surge. Unfortunately, is Damian down?
Damian is unconscious.
Very much
Damian is
so.
unconscious. Okay. All right then. Does it look like he's going to keep hitting him? Like, is his focus on me or on?
Oh,
like,
you have
dealing-
definitely drawn its focus. It has been obliged to use the staff of its spear to parry your blows. You kind of smacked it
Okay.
round the back of the head the first time, and it turns around and is like, "No, oi, ow, ow, ow."
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Kabibble.
Yep. Okay. Cool. In that case, I will leave it there because yeah, I want to see what happens. But yeah,
Very
I
well.
am if I've got its attention, then yeah, that's what I'll do.
That is what you do. Very well.
Sorry, one
is-
quick question. Because I used some superiority die for paperwork, would we have had time in between? Like,
No,
that would be
for
considered
short
a rest?
No.
No? Okay.
No, you've been working pretty consistently for the last 6
Mhm.
hours.
That's fine.
You just finished looking after your kids, and then you've done almost a full day's work for Damian.
Yeah. I'm not pissed about that at all.
Pretty upset.
Let's continue. Yeah.
Excellent, glorious. Then it's what's C mean? Carol.
Okay.
Well,
I have a
Carol
lot
or
of-
Jenny, because you both got 17. You can choose.
All right. So I have an idea, and it depends on how far away we are. Could Jenny get down on the ground and get to Damian with her movement?
What is your movement?
35 feet.
Yes.
Okay, so she's gonna tap Carol on the head and say, I got this," and it's gonna run around to Damian, put a hand on Damian's shoulder, and dimension door out.
Nice.
Shit. Where do you dimension door to?
Just behind Carol.
So you go about 40 feet.
Yeah, so it's like,
Yeah, cool.
Just,
Level 4 spell.
just around,
Nice.
grabbing Damian, and just bamf out of there.
Very well. Damian is unconscious on the floor next to Jenny and Carol.
Yep.
You do that. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
And then she's gonna tap Carol on the side and just go, "You're up," and bardic inspiration.
Bonus action, bardic inspiration.
Oh my god.
Carol.
Okay. So I have a couple of combat things going on.
Why am I not surprised?
So Damian is going to use a bonus action.
Damian's
Sorry,
dead.
sorry, getting them mixed up. Carol
He'll be fine.
yes, is going to bonus action rage and rip open the suit shirt that Damian
of
has
them.
put. Yeah, not his trench coat, but the
hideous one, yeah.
the hideous one. Yeah, so he's going to rage,
Uh-huh.
and then he's going to move into melee range and recklessly attack.
Nice. You do that.
So with
Okay,
advantage.
I forgot that Jenny was wearing the oversized
Two
suit,
suits.
so you were basically seeing Naruto running with flapping arms and the skirt of her regular dress poking out of the pants as she was running through.
I particularly enjoy it because your arms can telescope out, so you can actually have
Yes.
the right length arms for those sleeves. You just don't
Yes.
always.
Nope. So it'd be flapping and then just down with the sleeves of the shirt on Damian and just bamf out.
Yeah. Alrighty, John, make a couple of make some attacks.
All right, I got 3. So first attack is oh yes,
Good.
is a nat 20.
Yes.
Now I have a couple of things that
Nice.
happen on nat 20s.
Yeah, you do.
Barbarians.
Yes. So I also have Great Weapon Master, so we re-roll all 1s and 2s on the damage rolls.
Yeah. From
Also-
the weapon.
From the weapon, yes. Also,
Yep.
my crits add 1 more weapon dice.
Yep.
Um,
From a half orc.
and from a half
Average
orc,
attacker,
and
yep.
I can use Orcish Fury to add another.
Okay. So yes.
Cool. And I have a +2 to melee damage from Rage.
Are you wielding a magical weapon out of any curiosity?
No, it is a maul.
It is a maul. Maul. Very well. So, we do brutal crits. So we max out the weapon damage. We max out the dice, and then you roll it normally. So how many weapon dice? A maul is is 2d6. Yeah. So pardon me. So you add another d6 for being an orc, another d6 for being a different kind of orc.
A furious one.
So 4d6s, and you can. So 4d6s is 24. Yes, 24
24.
maxed. So and then you roll, and then your rage makes it 26, and then your strength is
5 plus
so
5.
31, and then we roll the dice.
Yeah. I love this is my
Jesus.
first attack.
This is
And
like
'cause I-
equity killing with ice all over again. This is just nuking.
So
This is about
Uh,
one half of the Ultimorc, the Uber Orc build I made. This is you stack in a bit of Bard and a bit of Pally on top of it, but yeah, it's essentially
so I rolled 18 between my 4d6s.
which makes it 49 damage from the first attack.
I love this.
Barbarians and rogues, man. And paladins.
This is why I was like, maybe reckless attack is fine, because maybe I'll do enough damage.
Go for a second.
Great. So my next attack is another crit.
Is it a 19 or a 20 out of
Jesus.
curiosity?
It's a 20.
Very nice. Okay.
What the fuck?
So I
So
don't
31.
get. Well, I believe both
You only get
of
one of
those
them per
extra.
turn. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's back to 2d6s.
But still, so 12 plus the 7, so 19.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don't forget you have bardic inspiration as well.
Can you use that for damage?
I'll use that if I miss.
But you can use it to hit.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
So there is if you use it for an attack roll, you can yeet the target.
That's fun.
it is mostly still within an ice dome, but
Yeah.
you
so
can yeet
it won't go
at the
that
wall
far.
of
but-
the ice dome.
Yeah. So
Ah.
No, it takes extra thunder damage equal to the inspiration roll.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
If it fails a strength check, I think.
Okay.
No, concept check.
Con check. If you want to do
Yeah.
that, I'll allow it.
Maybe I'll do that for my third attack.
Well, my point is crit.
Oh, you count those as well?
I'd allow it on a crit. I don't know if it's canon, but yeah. It sounded
Yeah,
like a
I'll do it
smite,
on a crit.
essentially. I don't see why not. And
Definitely, yeah,
it's
I'll
not
do that.
actually resistant to thunder damage.
Cool.
I'm taking
yes.
notes. I'm like, what is he
As you
not
notice,
resistant to?
as you notice when you hit it, when Carol does this. Good work on Greg. Yeah,
Cool.
that's what I thought, Danny Russ. Welcome back.
So yeah, I'll add that. And there is also another 2 for my rage, which is still up.
Yep.
So
I
it's
added
a
that already. I counted that
D10.
already.
Oh, okay.
So it's 19 plus a D10. So
Yep.
that would stack on top of it as well. So 29. 10 of which is thunder damage. And now roll. Please
Yeah,
please keep them
it's a
separate.
con save.
Oh, I need to make a con save, do I?
Yeah.
I got a crit one, crit fail,
Okay.
which makes it 10.
Wow.
It's fairly conny. Cool. It
Jesus,
fails.
How many?
It's a
Okay.
CR14 monster.
Yeah.
So,
But how many points of damage have you done?
but I've still
A
got
lot.
to.
Well, let's find out.
Yeah, I got to do
Um,
my actual rolls to finish the second.
So yeah, do your actual rolls for the second second attack, please, and then we'll add the thunder on top.
Okay, cool.
This
yes.
is why
So-
this game has lots of maths.
Yeah.
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 So it's 19 and then the thunder. So 19 plus what you roll, 2d6,
Was 5.
5, which makes it 24. Which, yep. And then the thunder, please. 10 plus a d10.
6.
16 more. It does not like it. Does this actually yeet it backwards as well, Ardanna?
Let me check. I don't. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it's just like Smite. Yeah. Cool.
It's in the middle of the
It's,
dome.
But it is in the middle of
So-
the dome. Yeah. Oh, the sound is awful for it. You literally ring its
Yeah.
bell.
Yeah. So what it says is the target and each creature of your choice that you can see within 5 feet of the target must succeed on a con save, but there's only one target, so
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Okay, you have hit it twice, and it really did not enjoy it. If it had to choose between Carol and Tali, it's picking Carol. You say you have a third thing.
I do.
How do you
I'm
attack
level
three
11.
times?
A level 11 fighter.
Oh, okay. Very well.
Oh,
I was gonna.
Yeah.
I
No,
thought
I
Tali
know, and I
should
should
get
have
a third
attacked
attack.
more.
Yeah.
yeah. my
Go on, do you
bad,
wanna have
I've
a third?
forgotten. No.
Okay.
Do John and then I'll do it.
Yeah.
I haven't played a high level fighter ever, so yeah.
Ooh,
Mm.
this one I will be using. Actually, no, I won't. This one might not actually hit. It's a 9 plus 10 to hit, so it's 19.
Is a hit.
Cool. But just a
Well,
regular
right.
hit.
Yep. Yes, please. Just a nice 2d6s. You can reroll 1s and 2s.
Yeah. Plus 5. Plus 7, sorry.
Yeah.
But
Ugh. But what?
Pong.
I am going to use superiority die
How do
to
you
do
do
my
that?
because that's my fighting
To
style.
defeat. Oh, okay. Yeah.
The second fighting style is superiority die to do trip. It's only one thing that I can
Fair
do.
enough. Yep. You try and trip
So-
it down to give it prone.
Yes.
Okay.
So what I do is I add my superiority die, which is a d6, to the damage,
Yeah.
and then it makes a strength save
It passed.
of. Oh, okay.
23.
Cool. Oh, yeah, it did pass.
I rolled an 18. Yeah, it's quite tough. Yeah. So one
Cool,
trip.
that's
opponent.
right.
Um,
Ha.
cool. How much damage?
So
You
going
can
to
add the
reroll
superiority
that.
dice.
Yes, and I did. Oh, good. It went from a 1 to a 6. That is 15 damage.
Total with-
Plus
with-
7.
Yep.
Sorry.
22.
Yes.
Okay. It is coming very close to bloodied. Yeah.
I
You good? Make an action surge now.
action surge, and I can do all
Crazy.
3 attacks again.
Go on then.
Hell yeah.
Go on then. It's
Yeah.
Christmas.
This is like
Jesus.
I
Since the whole
my other
book.
character
Planning to
is
do that
very
next turn, so
defensive.
get ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right. Roll the attacks.
Okay. 25 to hit.
Yep.
Hit. A normal 2d6.
I
I've used all
was-
my fun things now, so
Yeah.
I was contemplating hold monster on this thing, so all of them would have been crits, but I didn't.
We were talking earlier
Next-
about musicals.
Next turn.
Yeah.
And in the musical The Pirates of Penzance, there is a very famous song that begins, "Hold monsters!"
Yes. Cool. So the first attack does 6 damage plus 7, which is 13.
13.
Second
John, it is now
attack.
bloodied.
Okay. Second attack is 16 to hit.
Does not.
Oh, okay, cool. Third attack is another crit.
Jesus.
What?
On a 19 or a 20. He
This
is
was a 20.
he is rolling with advantage every time. He is reckless, so he is getting advantage
Yeah.
every time.
Yeah,
so
but
still.
I roll
really
with
cool.
I roll with advantage, and I get a 12 and a 2, and he rolls with advantage and gets crits.
But you
3
like
out
games
of-
where you have to roll low.
Yes, today I do.
And, and also, as a champion, I crit on 19s and 20s.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's a really good
Yeah.
build. It's smart. Yeah, he is the modern the model of a modern major general. Yes, modern major critical. Yes, absolutely. Alrighty,
We'll just all
One
go and
final
have a tea
damage.
break. You take care
This
of
is the last. Yeah.
this is the last one. It's the last one.
Yeah.
And he can't do this again. He's basically played all of his cards at once, and not for nothing. Yeah, keep it going. Come
Cool.
with the
So, this is 11 plus 7, 18,
18.
and it's the crit.
Very nice.
I
Oh,
mean-
plus 19. No, but plus 12. So
But
You say that, but I mean, they could hold their turns until I get the hold monster on it.
I mean, they could do. They're not going to. I want to be very clear, but they could. And then it's it's Tali. Tali, make that one last attack, please. It is insane.
Would I be flanking, technically speaking, at this point? With
Because it
Donovan?
was before your turn. No, like you should have had to
But
had
he
done it
would
on
have
your turn.
come to meet me.
Sure,
halfway?
but you're not attacking on. We're going back in time technically to before Carol arrived.
18 then.
An 18 is the number you need.
Okay. Let's.
I don't know how much
He's
damage
had-
he's done because a lot of it's been halved, Dandy Russ.
He's
it's not a
used
magic
how
weapon.
many legendary resistances?
He has used 1.
1 out of 3. Yeah. I'm gonna let spellcasters worry
Wear
about that
those
shit.
off.
I'm
Yep.
just gonna whack. All right. So hang on, that's D10 because I'm using 2 hands. That is 9 plus, what is that? Plus 7, so 16
16
points of damage.
with a magic weapon. Yep.
Yes, sir.
And that's
yep.
that. Very nice.
Mhm.
Excellent, cool. It looks very beat up now. It's one of its antennae is bent. I'm not going to sort of describe each of the 7 hits it just took, but yeah. Tali comes in and it parries Tali's second blow, and then while it's not looking, Carol comes
Made you
in
look.
and just wails on its back half, and its tail, I'm thinking, is actually you've managed to sort of you're just taking this all out on its back end, and it's looking very beat up, bloodied. It's leaking bits of stuff. It's now Damian's turn. And then as it turns its head to look at Carol, Tali goes, "No, back over here," and smacks it around the head again. And
No.
rings its bell, and it goes, "Ah," and it's pretty pissed off at both of you.
Now,
Damien,
Damian
please
will
make
do
me a
his epic death save.
save.
Such a big roll, big action. Such a
the
it's a 2.
necromancer.
It's a
So,
2.
you
Oh,
know,
so close.
So I'm guys, step aside with your cool turns with 3 natural 20s. I got this. I'm gonna fail my death save.
Damian's a
eyes-
necromancer. He can bring himself back.
Yeah.
That's how that works,
He's
right?
about to
yeah,
be
you
romancing
see
the neck, is what he's doing.
Equity's like next to his ear, just like tugging
Rubbing-
at his ear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Father, no. It is back to the top of the order, and the Ice Devil. Actually, prior to the Ice Devil's turn, it's going to use its legendary action, and it's going to attack Harley with its spear.
I mean,
A
See.
27 to hit, Tali.
Yeah, that hits. Don't know why he's attacking me. I didn't crit 3 twice.
right?
But you hit it most recently. Don't worry, it's going to attack
I mean,
Jon
I
too.
actually did. No, Josh.
Oh, no, that's true.
Didn't,
Yeah, no,
because
but
remember,
sorry, we went
back in time.
Yeah, no,
because I
you're
didn't
right.
get advantage.
A valid point. In which case, it will attack Jon. Does a 27 hit
Yeah.
Jon?
27 hit.
Nice.
Oh wait, no, I get advantage to attack you.
Oh,
That's a crit.
There we go. Yep,
There it is.
That's,
Nat 20.
That's the downside. Yeah.
Well done, Jack. Good dodge. So 16.
I put
16
on my
plus
rules
18.
warrior hat. It's
Yeah,
underneath
no.
this one.
16 plus 18 is 34. Then what I roll. I don't know. Does piercing or magical piercing or cold, does it matter to you, Carol? Are you resistant to cold?
Not cold. It doesn't say magical, but I am resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing because I'm in a rage.
It's magical because it's an ice devil's spear, which is magical.
Okay, that makes it a different thing.
Cool. So, yeah. What did I say? 34 plus what I roll. I rolled fairly low for the actual piercing damage, so 15, 30, 45, and then this, which is a further 57 points of damage.
Ouch.
A little ouch, yeah.
Then it's Damian's turn, which he fails the thing. Don't worry, like we're not doing that again. And then we go to the Ice Devil's turn. And you know what? It might just continue where so what it's going to do is turn around, getting its tail away from Carol because he's like, no, mine. Turns around and thwacks Tali with the tail, while it presents its armed front half to Carol because it's upset with Carol. So
Why?
Tali is going to attack. There's another crit on Tali this time. There you go.
Yeah.
That's without advantage. Just a lovely nat 20 there. From the tail is that. Plus, Tali, are you resistant to cold or anything?
Ooh.
No, buddy.
Okay, jolly good.
I'm a fox cop. I have
Are
no
you just
magical
questioning?
anything.
Is because the rage says it's resistant to all bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
That is technically true, but it is Josh's game.
What
No,
magic?
okay.
What manner of barbarian are you?
So any barbarian,
haven't picked
technically
one yet.
speaking, has resistance to all kinds of bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing.
Really? I
But if
thought
you
it was
roll
it
yeah.
was violated by magic.
Doesn't
No,
say that it
no,
is, but it
witches-
could be.
Technically
No,
speaking,
witches
it's
usually
easy to
have
make that
that
interpretation, but if you
caveat.
look at it in
Yeah.
terms of like the gameplay, it would mean that barbarians go down like bitches, which is not the point.
It does.
So-
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Very well. In
Also,
which case,
usually any stat block does specify if they're like they're resistant unless it's magical damage. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
usually that's the caveat.
because that has been
to be
my
clear, the
my
language isn't
interpretation.
exactly clear on that one, so
Ah,
it's
I
easy
see.
to
Yeah,
make that.
it's up to you.
call.
In
It's
which
up to you.
case, yeah, John, let's. I don't want to have to do the fucking math on it, but
No, no, no.
let's take
Divide it by
10 points of
twos.
damage off. Because
Cool.
about half of it was cold, like more than half of it.
Oh
was cold.
yeah, right.
Right.
Cool.
But Tali's not resistant to any of it, so Tali is
No.
going to be copying 30 points plus whatever I rolled.
Sweet.
35.
Yeah. I always saw it
41,
as as long as it's not elemental or psychic damage. They're
52.
resistant to it.
points of being thwacked in the face with a tail damage.
Okay.
And then a couple of ice spear attacks on Carol with advantage. A 24 to hit and
That
a
hits.
25 to hit.
Yay.
No crits though, sadly. So let's
Okay.
just roll a large quantity of dice. The cold damage first. 12, 18, 19, 21. 21 cold damage. And 15, 25, which we half. So
13.
13. No, 12. 25 half.
Ah, okay.
We always
Down.
round down. Yes, there you have it. That is the Ice Devil's turn, and we go to And it's looking pretty ropey as it becomes Tali and Rivera's turn. You can choose who goes first. Dandy,
Can
thank
I
you very
go
much for the
first,
follow, you
please?
bloody champion. I'll allow. Tali, Rivera went first last time.
If
sure?
Roe's got a plan,
Ro has a plan?
go ahead.
So Rivera's gonna turn around and cast Healing Word on Damien.
Finally, yes,
The
good.
bonus
Okay.
action?
I wondered if someone was going to res the wizard.
That'd be really thankful, yeah.
And it wasn't a very good roll, but I got 11.
Hey, at least I get a turn.
You're
That's
up.
Stands
good.
back up.
Better
Yeah.
than -1, yeah.
So then, that's a bonus action, and then she's gonna move to where she can get a gap through to the thing.
Yeah.
And she's gonna, and a thorn is
whip.
gonna come out from her hand and fly towards the.
You whip him.
What is he? I whip him.
He is an
whipping
ice devil.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm
very
whipping.
well. Danny Russ
Uh,
liked that ruling. I'm glad you did. I think I'm a fairly fair DM. And I just, it's good for me to know. I've been playing this game for 7 years, and I'd never didn't know that. There we go, and now I do. And
Oh, for
knowing is
fuck's
half the
sake.
battle. The other half is violence. And critting your players. It's really nice. Hey, how'd it go, Rivera?
So I got 16 to hit. Now, I have an inspiration from like last season that's still in my bank.
If it's still in the bank, I couldn't remember who had them and who didn't. So yes, if you have inspiration,
Can
you
I-
can use it. Yep.
Can I please use
Yep.
that?
Yep. That's fine. It's Christmas. How'd it go?
18 to hit?
Is the number you need.
Yay!
There's another one of my homebrew
Yay,
rulings, Danny
nice.
Russ. If they get the number they require, I tell them that they have done so. Something I think I
okay,
stole from Des, actually. I quite liked it. From the Eldritch
So, the
Scribe.
vine.
Kind of just saves time, really, because we
It
figure it
does.
out eventually anyway.
Yeah,
Oh, that was
but
better.
it's also like an extra bonus for actually having them. It's like, yay.
So, 15.
15.
The vine
15.
slashes out 15 points of damage. And is the creature large or smaller?
It is large.
So the vine, it wraps around and
Ooh.
pulls him towards me as well.
Very
There's
well.
like thorns and blood, and
How close to does he pull it? 15 feet? How far
it
away are
pulls
you?
me 10 feet closer to me. So I was
It
outside
actually
the-
forces it to bang into the wall of the ice dome that he's made around it.
Nice. Nice.
I'm going to rule that it doesn't do any damage, but it does it like irritate it. It's like, and it's is there? Do I have to make a save against that, or it just happens?
It happens.
Excellent. All right.
If
It
hits.
takes 15 points of damage, which is magical. Because it's a cantrip. So very nice. And then it's Tali's turn. Tali, it has been dragged kind of past you, but you are still very much in threat with it.
Okay.
Carol goes for another swing, and it yeets out of her way.
Okay, so yeah, that pissed her off. So she's going to just kind of lose control for a bit and have a whackety whack. So
Tali sees red.
would I be able to get advantage with flanking at this point?
No, actually, because Rivera just moved it. So you're the only person in threat with it.
Sorry.
Cool.
Unless
cool.
Rivera was standing right outside, what is the range on?
30 feet.
Were you 30 feet away from it, or were you 15 feet away?
Well, I
from it?
wasn't really clear on that, but I said I moved around to the out to where the gap of the
Yeah, so
into
you could
the.
see through
so
it.
it
I mean,
depen-
it's not really a gap; it's a door at this point. It's like a 10-foot wide door.
Yeah.
But yeah.
so I was standing in the door, basically.
In which case,
so-
yes, you do, because Rivera is flanking it, but Rivera is now in threat as the exchange for that.
All right,
That's fine.
easy. Cool. So that's going to be a 19 for the first attack.
Is it?
And we're going to try and what we want to do here.
It's also noteworthy that it hasn't. Oh no, it's not noteworthy because nothing's happened. Don't worry about it.
Such places.
Don't mind me.
No, I
Sus.
think this is what Tali would do. So as we're doing this, she'll get one advantage attack, I think, because I've already rolled it.
Yep.
But then she's going to push Rivera back and use bait and switch.
Ooh, like that.
Ooh.
Yep.
And sacrifice the advantage for that. But the first one was a 19.
Yep. Do you do 2 attacks with advantage and then Bane and Switch because you have 3 attacks?
If you like. Yeah, okay. And let's go 19. Okay, hang on. Yeah.
Roll that
I'm
demand.
just trying to remember. Yeah. Quarterstaff is plus a D8. I've been rolling D10s, my bad.
If you're double handing it. Yep.
Yeah, D8 plus 7. So 13 points of damage for the first strike, and for the
Yep.
second. Oh my god. Another 19.
Yep.
And we're going to do normal damage, I think. That's another 9 points of damage with the magical weapon.
Yep.
And then we bait and switch, so we just get a straight attack, which is a 19. I'm rolling nothing but fucking 7s, plus
look.
12.
It's what you need, so it works. 3 7s and 3 hits is still 3 hits, dude.
Another 8 points of damage, and
8
then
more.
we're going to action surge and do 3 more.
Without advantage this time because you've moved her?
Yeah, because I've moved her. Yeah.
Yep.
So.
Was that 2 7s with advantage?
Oh, I forgot about the advantage for that.
That was the whole point of this.
Well. And then.
Come on, Tali.
So that's 8 plus 12, so that's a 20, not natural. The second attack was almost a crit, but another 20, not natural.
Roll the damage, Tali.
And 1 more hit. So all 3 hit.
Excellent.
But...
Roll some damage. John's like,
so we've got
Yeah.
John, I think
Action
knows
surge
the next
damage.
the words that are about to come out of my mouth.
D8 plus 7. So 5 plus 7 is 12, or am I dumb? Yeah, 12. Then 8, so 20, and then for the final one, she's going to grapple, but I'm going to imagine it like a sort of wrestling move where she like kind of goes around the head and slams down, which means that we add a D10 to
Tali,
that
how
damage.
do you do this?
Nice.
10 plus 7 is 17. Yeah, numbers. Anyway, it was a lot. Okay, so basically what we're gonna kind of look at it as is after Rivera does that thorn whip, she spits out some blood, and then she will whip around, kick him in the knee so he goes down on 1, take Rivera's head and just kind of shove it back, hit him in the solar plexus so that his head comes down, crack him over the head with the elbow, and then wrap around him because she's much smaller than he is, and just with sheer momentum because he's already leaning down, head into the floor.
Yeah.
I love it. You do this, and so yeah, with your nightstick sort of underneath his around his neck, you sort of pin this guy to the ground. And as you do this, the music would change, except that it's not playing because the internet. Crystal Ridinger, thank you very much for the follow, you bloody champion. Avast, matey, you wee scallywag. Damian, standing
Damian's
next...
like,
Damian,
yeah, we did it.
your eyes flutter open, and standing above you is the Ice Devil, its spear in hand. Talia is still very much grappling it. Another version of the same thing. The senior, it says, "Good, Mr. Crump. I was concerned that your management team did not have the killer instinct. You have pleased the senior executive for corporate futures.
We do my best. We do our best, for sure. Yeah.
The shareholders will be glad to hear that I was wrong.
Nice.
Your team is to be congratulated. Miss Ling. And it holds out to Carol its spear.
Oh.
I believe you are in receipt of a Christmas bonus. And before it puffs away in a puff of cold air, and disappears. Carol Ling, this is you can put into, you have a devil's ice spear. It does, it's a spear, it's a magic spear, that does, it doesn't do any extra damage, but it or have an extra bonus to hit, but it does do
Extra stuff on crits?
3d6 of cold damage.
Ooh.
Wow.
Amazing.
Nerfing it for future DMs to not be too much of a pain in the ass for them, but yeah. So
Yeah,
it's a
because-
variable d68 of piercing and then 3d6.
You're
of
right. Caroling didn't already do enough damage, so
Well,
definitely need
yeah. I mean, there's only so much you can nerf a well-made character, but yeah, fantastic. Damian, sort of staggering to your feet. You sort of stagger to your feet, your management team around you, and a portal, a wintry-looking portal opens back in front of you.
Nice. Well, first of all, team, good work. Good work. I was hanging back. I was observing your progress. You did great.
Well,
You're great.
I remember bringing you back here.
I didn't know
that
that
was
you could observe
Yes.
when you're down and out.
Well, fun fact, I actually I acted like it hit me while it was not really a thing that happened.
was very convincing. Yeah.
Yes. I needed to make sure that you can act under pressure without my masterful command, and you did great. Let's
Oh, well,
go.
next time, let me know so I don't waste my energy on you.
Yes, that's
Oh.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next
Oh.
time that
Yeah.
you know what it means, Rivera. Next time that you see Damien go down, don't bother. He's
probably
acting.
fine.
You hear a faint
Okay.
sound of Damien's teeth like grinding on each other, but he doesn't say anything. He just like shambles over to the portal.
Yeah.
but
Jenny's
was
just
very
gonna
convincing.
give Jenny's just gonna give Damien a very uncanny valley, you know, like a doll giving someone the neutral look of disapproval.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's creepy.
And
as
just
hell.
extend a hand
Ugh.
and just pat on Damien's head.
Reminds me of my mom.
And with that, you'll walk back through the portal to a glorious solstice day morning. And I think we'll leave it there.
Does my bone give a
Yay.
+2 bonus as well?
Sorry, no, I only had 3 advantages to give away. One was to the MVP of the fight, one was to the person who rolled the highest for the individual skill challenge, which was Jenny, other than Damian.
So Damien gets
yeah,
Damien
Damien
so
gets
Damien
nothing.
gets fucked
Yeah.
over. I
Damien
see.
has
No.
a company.
Damien gets his
to
own
keep
corporate
his
bonus.
fucking company. Yeah.
I'm going to bury my bone somewhere very special.
Yeah,
Aw. Wait, did I actually get a corporate bonus? What's my corporate bonus?
I'll tell you later. No, it's
Second goblin child. My army grows.
no. Yeah.
Maybe I
And-
can't get one.
And obviously Tali for 2 massive investigation checks on the
Right.
first.
Hmm.
The 29 was the highest score in that particular
yeah.
round of it. So yeah,
Right.
Nice.
I think, when we get back, Fidia's
to
other antler has fallen off,
oh,
and Jenny's gonna give it to Rivera.
yay!
You-
Like bone.
Yes.
Yeah, it's enormous. Rivera immediately turns back into a puppy.
It's good for your
Yeah.
teeth.
Yeah. Dimension Door was a power move, yes. Well, actually, Danny, that is what we are going to do now. So, it is a pleasure to have you here. Thank you very much for joining us, everybody. We are now going to do our favorite moments, which is something we like to do at the end of our streams. It's something I've stolen unapologetically from the dreaded GM, because it's nice and affirming, and it's being hard, being a creative is difficult. We also, it's worthy to note, guys, have a giveaway going on for this evening. A Troll Lord Games voucher or 3 are in the draw to give away. So type !ticket to go into the draw for your chance to win one. Troll Lord Games are one of our wonderful affiliated peoples. They give us a couple of these to give away every month. They have some wonderful stuff on their online store. Cal has managed to purchase himself a ticket. Everybody gets one. So yeah, we are going to go around the table and talk about what we all did good. Can I get a D6 in chat, please, to determine who goes first? We'll go around the circle, so Daria being 1, John 2, Roe 3, Jack 4, and so forth. Danny Ross got a ticket as well. Splendid. And we got an exclamation mark roll space, the number 6 from Tony. That is a 6 on the dice, which is Jenny. That is favorite Ardanna moments, everybody. I have... Go for it.
Okay. No, you go.
I have frosty reception. That is a frosty reception. Gotta love a pun.
Very nice.
I mean, I had another prepared, but it died before I got around to it.
What were you going to say? I want to know now.
I was going to cast Vicious Mockery in it.
Stop bugging
And
us.
no, it was going to be, of course, this... Of course, productivity is down with such a bug in the machinery.
Very nice. Very nice.
Nice.
Wow.
If it wasn't the end of the season, I'd give you inspiration. Danny, we're going to need a 5 actually next, if you wouldn't mind. We're not rolling one for us, but if you have any favorite Ardanna moments, please throw them up in chat as well, everybody. We want to know what you thought. Other favorite Ardanna moments?
I really appreciated the running in the like too big of a suit. Naruto running with the fucking sleeves behind. That was very cute.
Flapping. Yep. Adorable.
I enjoyed the cupboard mechanics where you made the cupboard to do your bidding. That was fun.
I think it was said before, but I really enjoyed the dimension door. Great. And like dimension dooring behind Carol. Not even just like the 500 feet away.
Yeah.
40.
Nope.
Just
Well, you don't.
And also Carol was in the gap of ice. Like not even behind the wall, just in the gap. But like as a character, absolutely perfect choice. That's exactly what you would do. I love it.
Yeah.
Not a problem at all, Danny. But thank you for the 5. That's a 3 on the dice, which is Roe next. Carry on.
Mine was probably just the end. Like, if anything's going to get Damian to change his morals a little, it's a creepy doll going.
And then patting him on the head. That was the creepiest element. With its extendy arms sticking out of its overly long sleeves. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Love it.
Favorite self?
The overkill of using force cage to indicate safety railings are needed.
Alrighty. Then we have had a 3 rolled in chat, which brings us to favorite romance. Everybody, favorite Rivera moments.
Romance. The intro where you make a tour for a little plant. That was very cute.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Yeah.
The sad dog when didn't get pet.
The one that I actually wrote down was persistent dog acting.
Yeah.
That's the whole devil level you just did as a dog was amazing.
Yeah.
Danny Roos says seeing Thornwhip in action at high levels without Spirit Guardians is pretty rare, and I like it. Yes, yeah, fair, valid.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah. the image, the sad dog under a lamppost with the detective.
Yeah, that's solid. And the howl with that, lovely.
Yes.
How can I help with an investigation check into corporate fuckery? I'm going to summon 8 owls.
He Snow
Yes!
Whited it, and I loved it.
Yeah. You Disney princess, the solution, and I loved it. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
the best part is that in the noir campaign I run, we had a guy who played a detective before he unfortunately had to drop out due to work, but he played a detective that had a mechanical owl in his
amazing.
suitcase to help with investigations.
There you
Very
go.
good.
It has precedent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Favorite self, Ro?
I really enjoyed playing with all the animals.
Yeah.
So yeah, like between that, it was cool because Riviera obviously is a druid, and it was fun to have those. Like, I got to use my wild shape. I got to call the creatures and and then I also got to speak with the mice as well. So it's fun to have all those different animal elements in there. So it's fun. Yeah.
Absolutely. And we need a D4 in chat, please. To select somebody else. This ice pack is feeling really good on my bee sting.
Yeah, these things are the worst.
Was wondering where that sentence was
It's
going.
in between my toes.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
Damn,
In the
that
way.
sucks.
Did you
Okay,
step
That's a
on
2,
it?
which would be John. I did. I trod on it. Yeah, I was barefoot in the park. I take my shoes off when I get there because I like walking around on open grass. Yeah. That's a 2, and then we had a 3 from Calsho, which means John and then Tali. So favorite John moments first of all. Favorite Carol moments.
The commitment to the noir image with the cigarette, like just all the time. And then the second you had the opportunity to have a lamppost above you with the cigarette, like just anything. I like the commitment to that.
Also, how about you fuck off with your 3 Ys?
Damn it! That was mine. That's the one I wrote down. I just loved
fun game.
how long the setup for that took.
I'm like, that's not the 3 questions, but sure. Oh, he's being. I see.
It's a bit. It's a bit. Yep. Amazing.
Just the puns overall. Christmas puns overall. It's just yes.
Danny Russ goes, I don't know, maybe the flat 90 damage after the rest. Yep. Yeah, after resistance. Yeah, that was it was a solid, it's a well-made character. Yeah.
Insane.
Mm-hmm.
He got all the crits for the whole fight for you guys as well.
Yep.
But there we go. Like, if someone was going to get them, it might as well have it be the person who benefits from them a lot. Yeah. Any others?
Cool. I can go.
Yeah, go. No, go.
I never play a frontline character. So I very much enjoyed that this worked. Frontline offensive.
Okay,
Ron's
right, yeah.
Very defensive.
Ron
He
is a
just gets in the
sponge.
way. Yeah. And I played a monk before, similar thing. But yeah. And I wasn't sure if it was going to hang together. And for one glorious turn, it did. So I think, I'm very happy about that.
It was impressively done with a non-magic weapon as well. Like, that's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, insane. I think I just like the fact that like you fit right in, even though this was your first time playing Candlekeep, correct? So I think that shouldn't go unnoticed. Like you're just like, I'm gonna come at it with my own energy and make people want to die with my jokes. And it'd be great.
That's like not only that, but John has never played with the only person at this table other than me that John has played with before is Daria. So yeah, John and Daria are regular members of the crew and they play best friends. So but
I
the
feel
other
like I
three of
played
you,
with John before on a one shot.
wine maybe? No, I don't think
I
so.
think so. Yeah, on a visit session. I think. I don't know. Maybe not.
Maybe. Matt.
I don't think
you
I
might
have.
be- No. Yeah, John's only been playing with us for a little while, but yeah, well, most of the year now. But it's
Time is
actually
funny.
it is time is a weird thing, particularly 2024 time.
It's timey-wimey.
It is wibbly wobbly and timey wimey,
Yeah.
particularly.
But I think it's the channel. Like all of you guys here have such a great energy, and also like accept the bit. Everybody just goes, "Cool, all right, we're gonna roll with this." Nobody's sitting there going, "No." So it makes it real easy. I love
Very
it.
good at yes
Yeah.
and on this channel.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's not something I specifically look for in my players, but it is absolutely something I think I actively cultivate. It's just not deliberate. It's just sort of, people who vibe with my energy, and John's energy and my energy is very similar. John and I have been very good friends for years and years and years and years. Yeah. So, I think that is on to Tali. Favorite Jack moments. Favorite Tali moments.
I loved Tali's exhausted effort, energy, especially at the beginning, like the showing up and just being like, "I'm going to help you, but then I'm going to kill you more or less."
Yep.
Like,
Yeah, I
so
hate you,
good.
Damian, was
Yeah.
delivered perfectly.
Yes.
Like, I could just see after this whole thing, we go back to Candlekeep, and Tali is looking for a way to drag Damian back to that magma pit and just chuck him in there.
Oh no, I'm making it worse. I'm letting him babysit with like Dolph obviously supervising all my kids for the whole
Oh
day.
no.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh no.
You owe
And
me
he can
sleep.
deal with that. I'm
Yeah.
going to a pub for an hour.
Nice.
You can spend a
Nice.
day embezzling the company.
I genuinely thought one of you would try and make the workers unionize.
I was tempted.
I was thinking that, but I was just like, I couldn't.
I just
with
genuinely don't know how
Rivera, I was
Rivera
like,
would do it.
no,
Yeah.
Rivera would have no idea
I-
Yeah.
about.
I
Yeah.
have several characters that would do that. Jenny is lawful neutral.
Yeah.
This is according to the rules of this plane. She
Yeah.
would not
Yeah.
disturb that.
I'm neutral chaotic. Rivera.
Danny Russ wants to highlight the Christmas hat.
Yes.
S tier for effort. Yep, absolutely.
Oh, let's,
like-
look at John. He's got the snowflakes and
He's got
shit.
the
Show
Christmas
off that
jumper.
body.
It's not very hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to see.
And this is in Australia as well. They are both in Melbourne, so
Yep.
it is a bit of a trick to see it. It's hot there. Yeah.
John, it actually is hard for people to see. I can see the pattern. Show your titties more. Show it
Yeah.
up.
It's glorious.
Yeah, there it is.
Just think
There it
cold
is.
thoughts. Think cold thoughts.
Good job.
I'm gonna say, is this my fingerprint? Or is this my fingerprint? Where did I get my?
Yeah.
So good.
So good.
Yep. And also Tali being like doesn't know how to act when a literal devil like says good job. You have a bonus. She's like, I don't
Yeah.
know what to punch
I'm
them
not
or
sure if I want this. Yeah.
yeah. Very good.
I actually
Oh, there you
really
are.
loved your description of how you finished off the devil. Like,
Yeah.
so cinematic and action packed. Because some people are just like, yeah, I hit it. But you were just like, you had everything there. It was great.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have a Christmas hat within arm's reach. Why? Why
There you go.
do you ask? Yep.
I
It's
had
designed
one
to fit
behind
over a
me.
wig, so it actually fits over the headset too.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, this is. I have a Santa suit there, but I'm not wearing it because I'm not a sadist right now.
Yeah, that's if you like all give a bunch of gift subs, guys. Get it
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah, all right. We're actually one follower away from 1,050, which is the next follower goal.
That's
So I'm
cool.
just saying.
Nice.
Saying. Yeah, Cal Show loved the WWE description of the kill. Yep, dead set.
Thank you.
Favorite self, Jack?
I liked that I described all of Tali's shirts as milked through, which I've learned recently is a
Yes.
very common thing with mothers of young children. They just get that area just very wet a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So just like dress up with what?
A black suit jacket?
I
Are
was
you insane?
relaxing with my nursed child. Anyway, so I enjoyed that. That was fun.
Very well. Well, we need a D2 in chat. Aiming for a 1, I think, please, everybody. To decide between me and Damian. Yeah, so looking for a 1, please. Exclamation mark roll space the number 2. And don't forget to type exclamation mark ticket as well to go into that draw. That's some serious roleplay. Yes. Tali's family is a lot and very important to her, and it's been lovely. A 2! No, you curse you! Curse you, Roe.
Nice. Got
And
'em,
confirmed.
got 'em.
Both got 2.
Not impressed. Not in fucking pressed. Danny Roos got a 1. Yeah, Danny's on my side. Unfortunately, it has already been rolled. Very well, flatter the DM.
Obviously, the entire premise with CEO of Christmas Past, of Corporate Past, sorry. It was just very, very good. I really liked it. And of course, I never in my life, I've been in a lot of D&D, never have I experienced, oh, you have to do a skill challenge of auditing paperwork. I'm like, cool, nice. High octane action and
And
adventure.
it's
I
the
love it.
Christmas adventure.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's not the Christmas adventure you wanted, but it's the one you needed and you didn't know
That's
yet.
right.
Like, for the audience, for those who don't know, this was pitched to us as a Muppet Christmas adventure.
Was
I
it?
didn't say that. I didn't pitch it as a Muppet Christmas adventure.
I mean, it's
said
not
it
far
was
off.
I said the Christmas Carol. I said it was based on the Christmas
No.
Carol.
In the
When
DM
I maybe had the
chat-
original idea, it was maybe it was inspired by Muppet Christmas Carol, but yeah.
Yes. So
To
you
be
said
fair, I think
Christmas
the
carols.
Muppetness comes with the wacky characters, right? We fixed
Yeah.
the. There
No,
you go.
so my whole idea here was Josh said a Christmas Carol, posted a thing with the Muppets on it. And I was like, how are you going to make this one work? Are you transforming us all into Muppets? Or-
right.
I mean, Jenny is already halfway there
Yeah.
because Autonome,
Yeah.
but like, okay.
Fair enough.
No, I love the whole past, present, future, but they're all devil managers. It's just yes.
Mhm.
Carol
I
would be
really-
the animal, I think, yeah.
Yeah. I really enjoyed the on the fly rulings, things for like thinking of putting on the armor of Agathis in the hot
Mhm.
previous level, and like just giving players a way to get what they want, but still within the rules of and the premise of the game. And like the resistance ruling, like you're just really happy to be like, okay, cool, we'll roll with it. And that always
Mhm.
makes it more fun to try things. Because then the other way around, people start going, oh, well, maybe we shouldn't even suggest it. So yeah, I really always enjoy when the DM also yes ands.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
I really
yeah.
liked the
Karen.
description of the lava level.
Mm. Thank you.
Mhm.
Like the description when we walk through the portal and the like feeling of heat, and then the sounds and stuff. It was a super visceral description, and I really enjoyed that.
Thank you. Yeah.
Mine was just expediency. Like having run more games on Twitch, it is a different beast. You have to balance a whole bunch of things, including chat, including tech, including a whole bunch of stuff. It is hard enough to run a game, but then to juggle like that much, like think of it like a juggler, like running a normal game, maybe 5 balls. Like Twitch stuff is at least another 3, and you're doing it on a tightrope by the time you're trying to finish it in one session, right?
And
Yeah.
with the
And he did it.
beasting.
And he did it
Oh.
with in spades. So yes, very well done.
Thank you. Yeah.
And running with a bunch of, I think most of us are theater kids with
What?
I don't know about Daria.
with a comedic bend. I mean, Daria has a
I'm
comedic
not
bend
kidding.
anyway.
I see.
I'm very serious.
Were you a theater person? Were you a theater kid, Daria?
No, I was a karate kid and I was a music kid. I was not a theater kid.
Yeah, right.
Sweep
Yeah,
the
no.
leg.
It's
And
I was
same
I
ballpark.
was fighting the alleyway kid. That was
Yeah.
me.
That tracks 100%.
I, as a kid, wanted to be you as a kid.
Yeah.
I, as a kid, wanted to have friends.
Danny Russo said something very nicely. I'd add that you're the type of DMs that support the team and at the same time support your own monsters. That's what the player wants and needs. No adversarial DM, just roll with the flow. Let the team smash the bosses and also enjoy rolling crits on your own. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's something, you're new here, you haven't heard me say it before, but it is sort of my mantra as a DM. I want you to win, but I am trying to kill you. So it's fun, but it's a challenge, but I'm on your side. I think it's great. Abyss! Thanks for that resub, you bloody champion. Good on you, matey. My favorite self moment? I was standing in the kitchen thinking this morning, because originally it was Damian was going to be visited by the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future to try and change his ways. And Karen did point out to me last night, that's not gonna work. You're not gonna change Damian, right? You're not anticipating doing that. And I was like, you are right. And it would be funny to just see him take all the wrong lessons away from this. Like he did with Rivera, but we're not there yet. We'll come to Damian favorite moments. So when I was standing in the kitchen making my breakfast this morning thinking, how do I fuck this? How do I change it to make it work? To make it funny and make sense? And oh, holy shit. We could have the final bit be the guy who tries to assassinate the CEO on his way into the shareholder meeting. So yeah, and they all kind of jumped up from there and had it be and completely flipped it on its head, and revealed to Damian's friends how fucked he is, but also they kind of just accept it because it's him. I also liked explaining to Tali, hey, you can't fix this place. You can, however, make their lives better by your actions, if that helps. Like, trying to help you make sense of the world, that you can sort of logic your way into it. I was kind of, I like that. I didn't like it, but, it's sort of appealing to Tali's pragmatism, I suppose. I was just like, how do I convince Tali to do what is needed? So yeah, there's that. That was my favorite thing. Cool! Favorite Daria moments. It has been rolled, and therefore it shall happen. Favorite Damian moments. I'm going to jump in straight away with the equity hole punch. That was fucking funny.
I basically use equity like a Looney Tunes character that can do whatever the situation calls for.
Mine was the acting. Like I was acting, guys.
Yes.
Don't worry
I
about
got
it.
you.
Yeah.
It was very funny.
I really enjoyed the absolute joy at seeing the first executive. Like but like that absolute, there was just so much happiness about the task. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I really loved the contrast between at the first opening scene. Everyone else, well, Tali possibly excluded, was having a great time. Tali probably from having to deal with 2 kids instead of 7. But Damian just sitting there like, I need to numbers. Yes, need to finish. Just few days. And
I love that you kind of got the jump on it as well. Like, you actually you were actually kind of doing the first task before you even were doing the first task. I was like, that's pretty funny.
Always be one step ahead. That's how you be a CEO. That's the CEO grind set.
My favorite part is like all of Damian. So I'm so used to Julio. And seeing you play Damian is so great. I wrote down the whole introduction scene, but then also later on, you answered somebody asked your name and you went, yes. Somehow you put an in front of it, and it just yes was this perfect like encapsulation of your character, and it's great fun watching.
All right, favorite self?
Favorite self, yes.
Yes, I always like playing Damian because he's such a evil, stinky, stupid man. I love him very much. Like I have such a good time just imagining all the classic necromancy tropes, but through the lens of like corporate businessmen, and it's just fun every time. And I was like, of course he'd be elated to see horrible, bleak corporate future with skyscrapers and
Yes.
everything. He's like, yes, this is the dream, this is heaven. And then gets absolutely fucking smacked around. It is great.
Love it.
That was my
Um,
second favorite for Damian. The just the like the taking photos and stuff in the like. Oh my
Oh,
god, this is so good.
Yeah, my second favorite was the description of his room. And it's like, yeah, of course Damien has like a filing cabinet of femurs. It's just
Like a coffin.
that's why he can
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I thought the corporate doublespeak when your team showed up and like, Damien, what the fuck is going on? I was like, you've all been promoted! Congratulations! Just panic.
Yeah.
It was glorious. It's Daria thinking on her feet as I know she can. It's hilarious because we are used to Julio, and Julio and Damian can be quite alike at times. When Julio is bullshitting, it sounds very like when Damian is bullshitting, but it comes from a very different place. So, guys, we've been streaming for a gosh darn while, so we should go away from here now. But before we do, guys, who the absolute heck have you been? Type exclamation mark ticket in chat, in our lovely chat to go into the draw to win our giveaway from Trollord Games. Ardanna, who the heck are you?
Hello, I'm Ardanna or Joe or Oyu there if a large portion of my players have any saying it. You can find me over at The Lorite, both on Twitch and over on YouTube, where I normally run D&D and some other RPGs, like
Excellent.
Path of Exile 2 or Baldur's Gate 3.
Hell yeah. Jack, who the heck are you, matey?
Muted.
Could you come back to me? I had written a thing, but I need to find it.
Oh, very well. We will come back to Jack. Roe, tell me about your boat.
Hi. I am Roe Rowe, and despite the name, I have little to nothing to do with boating. I am a Perth-based or Burloo-based educator and theatre maker. You can catch me here on Corsair's Cove. I'm usually on the Monday season. We're on a season break right now. You can also catch me over on Jack Squarepeg's channel in the Cowboy Cthulhu series, as well as
Sounds so
occasionally in
cool.
one-shots over there. And in addition, if you want to check out something in Perth, if you check out my link tree, which is over in the chat. Did I point the right way this way? I never point the right way.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
Hedge your bets.
Yeah.
It's
You
down,
can
actually.
see my upcoming shows, which the next one of it, which is a Fringe show running on February 1st and 2nd. Working really hard on it. Did our first run yesterday, and it's looking really good. So
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
buy tickets to that.
Awesome.
With your lovely husband as well, is it not?
Yes, my lovely husband is playing guitar, and we've written the songs together.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's such a lovely
Nice.
idea. It's such a lovely concept. John, who the heck are you?
Hi, I'm John. I usually play Bron on Thursdays, though we're taking a break right now. Have been a performer for a long time, although I have given up recently and now work in IT, which is
What are you
great.
talking about?
I mean, yeah, I don't have any shows coming up, I guess is the right way to phrase that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and probably won't for a little while. But I do enjoy this very much and playing silly characters and doing silly things. Also D&D.
For me, it tickles the live performance itch really well, like, because I'm super busy. I don't really have time to do a lot of theatre at the moment, and yeah, it has really sort of filled that niche for me. It's why I got into it during COVID, and it just kind of kept happening. Did he get a job? Has he gotten a job? I believe you kind of had a work placement that wound up being a job sort of thing. Is that
Yeah.
the situation?
I had an internship through the uni degree, and then they were at the end were like, "Hey, do you want to turn this into a real job?" And I was like, "Yes, please, money, please, thank you, please."
Money.
Convenient, thank you, yay.
Yay.
Daria, speaking of money and convenience, who the heck are you?
Yeah, my name is Daria. I whatever Josh is implying,
I have
I'm
no
not
idea.
a prostitute. I
Wasn't really
just
sure what it
an
meant.
I thought you were referencing Damian.
I was
Maybe-
that was where I was going with it. Yeah.
Sure. We'll
Mhm.
go with that.
Although,
Um,
if you pay her, Daria will likely
She can be very
draw
convenient.
you furry porn.
Exactly.
oh,
All
yes,
that
I
too.
will draw for a porn
And she's
for your
very
money, for
convenient
sure.
that.
So convenient. The most
Furry
convenient
porn.
furry porn peddler you'll ever meet.
'Cause you're right.
Christmas,
My name is
everybody.
my name is Daria. I usually play Julio Switchgear on Thursday Humblewood streams. And it was, as always, a pleasure to play Damien, and I have a cat.
Yay,
Correct.
cat.
It
She
is.
looks so happy to be there.
This is a sweetie. Jack, are you ready to tell us who the heck you are now?
Yes. Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Jack. I'm a regular here on Corsair's Cove as Smoothie the Bat Boy Cleric in their Monday Curse of Strahd campaign, and I run the channel Jack Squarepeg. With my team, the Swift Sunrise, we make theatrical TTRPG entertainment up to but not limited to Trouble Over Yonder, a Cowboy Pulp Cthulhu campaign, which is John Carpenter's The Thing meets Good, Bad, and the Ugly, A Time to Harvest, which is 1930 students in Miskatonic University Arkham, home of the Necronomicon, which I'm sure they won't mess with at all, and One Shots Galore. You can find me on all the socials at Jack Squarepeg, where we just played Content Warning with some of my regular players, where you shoot spooky content, survive as best you can, and watch your ridiculous home movie where you see what Muppets you truly are. More importantly, this Christmas season, please know that you aren't alone. Take a moment if you can before you log off to think about the people that loved you into being. How proud they must be to know you were thinking of them. How lucky we are to be here together telling stories. Thank you for being here. Okay.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. And Abis, thank you very much for those biddies as well, you bloody champion. A splendid sentiment, Jack, one that I absolutely want to continue on with. Head out there into the world, everybody, and spread some kindness this Christmas season, because it is the season to be jolly. Remember that it is not a good list. That is a misnomer. It is, in fact, a naughty or nice list. Good people, well-behaved people never get into the history books, but you will find them replete with kind people. So go out there and be kind as you can, because that kindness will be heaped back upon you if you do it right, you bloody champions. Speaking of a little bit of kindness, get those tickets in chat rapidly, and I will draw the giveaway very, very shortly. Happy Christmas to you as well, Abis. Hearts in chat for all of you as I tell you who the heck I am. I'm Josh the Pirate. You can find me here on my channel, Corsair's Cove, where I run D&D and other RPG-related games with me lovely wife Karen, the mother of bunnies, and all my splendid friends. I'd like to say a special Christmas thank you to my lovely spouse for being the rock and the hard place for me this year. She has looked after me very well, and particularly this Christmas season where I have been rather stressed boy. And she has just been what I needed when I needed it, and I love her very much. So, Mother of Bunnies, thank you so much. Guys, we need to draw that giveaway. So, let us do so. Let's kind of close the giveaway. Draw up. Oh.
Speaking of Mother of Bunnies.
Speaking
That's
of,
nice.
that's one of her arms.
It's the Karen. It's the Karen.
It is the Karen. You also screamed into my ear. With love.
Bored.
The Cal Show wins a draw. Let's draw another winner. And Daddy Russ, you also get a winner. And McBestington. John, you got one as well, you bloody champions. Those will be winging their way to you. If you aren't a member of our Discord already, it will make it very easy for me to find you. If you join us up there. If you don't, then I will send you a whisper on the Twitch with your codes. Danny Russ, so you are not obliged at all. Just watch your whispers and I will send them to you this evening. Guys, thank you so much for joining us this evening. It's been an absolute bloody pleasure playing with you guys and just having a lovely Christmas time. And I think we're going to continue spreading the love to the wonderful Mike Moans. So throw your favorite raid emotes up in chat. Tell Mike where you came from. Show them the love like we always do. And we'll see you same bat time, same bat channel on the 9th of January for some more Humblewood of Elements and Evil. We will be back with the remainder of that season. Daria, John, Karen, and Brendan and I will be back for that. We will also try and sort out in the new year the final episode of Brendan's Candlekeep game that kind of didn't manage to finish it off in time, so we'll be back early Jan for that as well. Mike is a mini painter from Manchester. He's a splendid being and he talks an awful lot of crap, so go there and enjoy yourself because he is a splendid chap. Have a lovely time, be kind to yourself and to others, and we will see you in the new year, guys. Thank you very much. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Merry Christmas.